that hole to chip somebody. 2 guys and only one to block, one blocker. It made it a little bit difficult for the 17 to be able to get too much, but still, that 3.5, 4 yards on that carry, I'll take that every play. We control the clock. We continue to get first downs.
2nd down 6 officially. Barron coming across the right side. Bowling takes the snap. Pitch goes to Marksbury. Cuts back at the 41. Got some room. Gets across the 50. Drug down about the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 16 for Kellen Marksbury.
And who did you see lead around that corner right there? Chase Simonis. Being able to pull out there from his guard spot. We've talked about him multiple times this year in different games. One of the few guards you're ever going to see at this level of football that can get out there in front of a running back and be able to get those blocks.
Hand off to Hutt up the middle. It's going to get forward for about 2. 2nd down and 8.
See, we've seen a lot of running so far from these Bears, and this is something you lull this defense into a sleep, Bo. This is where we've seen so many other teams make the mistakes. Safety start cheating up. Corners start looking to the backfield.
When you hit Marksbury on the seam route.
Exactly. You run that seam, you run a fade, you do whatever you want to do. Get somebody beyond that safety, and you're going to hurt them.
Got a timeout, Spencer County.
Timeout taken by the Bears.
We are going to try to keep track of a few games for everybody tonight. If I'm not mistaken, I know we wanted to keep track of the North Oldham game with North Oldham and Valley, being a sister district thing. Same with John Hardin playing at Franklin County. Now, there should have been a 3rd game tonight, too, along with ours, which would have been Marion County at Central. But, we had a situation there that there was some problems, some different things. Marion County ended up – But, yeah, it's one of those things that they had to withdraw. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words right now, but they had to withdraw from the playoffs. It's going to give Central a bye in this first round. So Central's going to end up playing the winner of the North Oldham and Valley game, and we will end up with the winner of the Franklin County and John Hardin game. And so we're going to keep track of those games for us. We might be able to see if we can get the score of the Collins game against North Laurel. I know there's a big game going on in Louisville tonight, Bo. PRP at Mail. That's going to be a whale of a game. I really think that's going to be a nice type of a situation. A nice thing to watch. PRP got some weapons through the air down there. Mail might be a little bit overrated taking them on. I think that could be an upset.
Bowen takes the snap. Hand off up the middle. Hutt's going to get forward for about 2 yards, maybe 3.
Shelby County doing a great job plugging that middle up right here. And this is something, we do have an injured Rocket right now down on the field, Bo.
The Rocket's 35. Injury timeout on the field.
Abwin McDuffus.
But so far, Shelby County doing a great job clogging up that middle, making it difficult to get that. That's one of the things that's, I'm not going to say it's key to Spencer County's success running to the outside, but it definitely helps when you have that opportunity to have those linebackers have to respect that. But these defensive linemen so far for Shelby County really paying attention, really keying in on that, giving those linebackers a little bit of space to where they can help out on the outside when we try to run some of those buck sweeps, some of those, different types of things. And, and that in itself, it can make it tough sledding. But so far, Spencer County up to the task. 3rd down and 5, though. It's one of those numbers, Bo, I really don't like 3rd and 5.
Makes you expand the playbook just a little bit.
It does, and makes it to where
you talked about the PRP Mail game. That game's in the first quarter. PRP leads 13-7.
Yeah, I'm. Most people would pick Mail to win that game. I'm telling you. PRP can throw the football, and I would not be surprised to see them come out with a victory in that. I don't know either, Bo, if you happen to have one thing I was thinking of, Bullitt East. We talked about them being an opponent of Spencer County, a victory that we were able to get earlier in the season. I believe they have Butler at home tonight. And, I would take Bullitt East in that game, but still something, if we can keep an eye on that, see what kind of score that they're going to end up with in that game. But, really the key one that we're really paying attention to, John Hardin at Franklin County. And let's go down to Phillips down there on the sidelines.
Hey, just real quick, we all know that Cam is not present on the field, but he is present in this huddle, man. He's like another coach in this huddle. He's telling these kids what he's seeing, and we all know, knowing that kid, he studies film. He's involved in that. For him, this isn't just about Friday nights. This is a 7-day-a-week thing for Cam, and he is literally in there right beside Coach Marksberry.
Headset on, ready to go.
I mean, he is like a coach, and so we miss him on the field, but he is still right there with his teammates.
I don't think anybody had any doubt it wouldn't be that way.
That's McDuffus there for Shelby County was the injured Rocket, number 61. He is walking off field under his own power. That's good to see. A little slow. Imagine there's going to be some stuff they're going to have to work on, and I hope that young man's able to get healed up and get back out on the field.
I believe Cam actually has Coach Marksberry's headset on because Coach Marksberry don't have one.
Can't afford it.
Rourke out wide to the left. Bolin under center. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Marksberry. Gets around the left side. Cuts back. Gets across the 30. Got a little room up into about the 24-yard line.
That's going to move the sticks again.
The Rockets 22-yard line.
Pick up.
That's good for another
22-yard line. Pick up about 13 for Kellen.
And Spencer County, one of these long, methodical drives. I love these. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the quick scoring, too, that we can do from time to time, and we're just one play and a touchdown. But, controlling that clock and keeping them on the sidelines, keeping that offense on the sidelines for Shelby County Rockets, it's going to be a huge part of this game.
Look, going to Combs. Floats that up just a little bit out of his reach.
Pass falls.
I seen that one coming, John.
Yeah, it's there, just overthrown.
They've been setting that up for a while. That's what we were talking about earlier, seeing a lot of run. And that's where Shelby County is going to start looking into that backfield. And, once they start looking into that backfield, you throw that pass, even in a situation like that with Jonathan Combs, running that fade route to that back corner of the end zone, you still are accomplishing something with the incompletion and the fact that you're forcing that secondary to respect the fact that you'll throw the football. Softens things up, makes it a little bit easier to get an extra 1 or 2 yards on some of these carries.
This time Rourke on the right side, off by himself. Marksberry goes in motion. Handoff goes to Hutt, up the middle. Drives forward, keeps legs churning. Gets about the 20-yard line. Pick up a 4.
4 hard yards right there. Wade Hutt just sticking his nose into it so far in this game, and that's a run that we have to have. We have to have that attack up the middle of the field, or it makes the outside so much easier for these Rockets to defend.
.543 left to go in the first. No score. Marksberry in motion. Gets the handoff. Cuts back. Gets across the 15. 10.
Oh, he's going to get in.
Back into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! Kellen Marksberry zigzagged his way from about the 20-yard line, John, going left and right, back and forth.
He did such a great job following his blockers right there, letting things develop in front of him, able to cut off of those. He wasn't cutting, Bo, to miss tacklers. He was cutting because his blockers were setting things up. Great job there by the offense to be able to move him down the field. That's 6 points for number 3. I'm sorry.
Kyle Brensel on for the extra point. Gabe Bowen the hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 5:22 left to go in the first, Spencer County 7, Shelby County 0. We got a replay of that touchdown. And I want you to just pay attention to Kellen, how he's so patient, letting his blockers. Again, Chase Simonis out front, gets the block there. Kellen gets around that one. Bryce Rourke downfield blocking. Jonathan Combs downfield blocking.
Just a great job there. I mean, you had offensive linemen.
Tanner Schuler also getting a good block.
55. Yep. He had all these different guys downfield. All of these players, this is one of the things that makes this team so great. They all understand that level of teamwork that it takes to win the game. None of them are out there for themselves. They're out there as a team getting these blocks, knowing that working together to get that football across that goal line is what's going to win this game.
Let's go down to Phillips. Another low line drive kick. Ball fielded at the 10-yard line. Tries to go back to the right side. Going to get across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Bishop Bell on the return.
Now we'll get an opportunity to see what kind of adjustments that Coach Harris has made bringing his offense out. You know, that long, drawn-out drive that Spencer County Bears were able to have. I mean, he had plenty of time to have his offense on the sideline to try to set some stuff up, try to figure some stuff out. But, you know, this is where you get that opportunity. Coach Eldridge, one of the best out there when it comes to making adjustments, and I look for him to win this chess match.
Handoff goes to Hunter. Missed a tackle in the backfield. He's going to get across the 40. At about the 45-yard line, pickup of about 19.
Yeah, that was Nick Stowe getting in. The penetration was great. It was one of those things that I almost don't know if he expected the ball to be there. He caught it a little too late, a little bit off to the side, not able to make that tackle. And if he makes that tackle, we're talking about a different story right here. But now 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
Shelby with the ball on their own 46-yard line. Hill from the gun. And off again goes to Hunter. Another missed tackle in the backfield by the Bears. And then every Bear on the field in on that tackle, John.
Yeah, but still a 5-yard gain for Gianni Hunter. This is something that we can't have if we're Spencer County. We can't allow this rushing attack to get started, because then it's going to do to us exactly what we want it to do to Shelby County. Is it's going to draw all the eyes in towards the middle, and they're going to end up burning us over the top. So we need to be able to tighten this up on the line. Linebackers need to get good reads, and we need to make good tackles in the backfield.
2nd and 4, 4:10 left to go. Spencer County 46-yard line. We're going to get a flag.
I think we have a false start.
False start.
And I think right there, Shelby County was they were looking long on that one. They had guys streaking down the field. So
false start on the offense.
Hopefully that's one of those ones that Spencer County wasn't ready for. Now they are.
2nd.
Double twins. 2nd down and 9. Fakes the handoff. Looks long. Comes back. Throws it in the flat. Bounces it. Pass is incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Rockets.
And that's what we were talking about in the pregame when it comes to this offensive attack for Shelby County. You're going to see a lot of this dink and dunk type of stuff. They're going to try to get us. You know, maybe if you send a couple people downfield, that opens up those flats. It gives that opportunity for those little out routes, little slants, little hitches, things like that can happen there in the flats off the side. And that's an easy 5 to 10 yards depending on where the defender is every play.
Empty backfield. Bubble screen goes to Ford. Ford gets across the 45 to the 40, pushed out of bounds about the 35-yard line by Bryce Rourke. That'll be good enough for the Rocket first down.
34-yard line, 1st and 10.
That's a play you normally don't see Spencer County give up. You get that little tunnel screen going where you have that receiver sitting out there in the slot where he cuts back into the inside. Usually linebackers a little bit better reading that. We got to have some good communication down there on the field. When you see something like that developing, you feel that developing, you got to make sure you're communicating to your guys. Screen, screen, screen.
Trips open formation. Handoff goes to Hunter. Hit in the backfield again. Didn't go down. Bears are just trying to hit him, John. They're not wrapping up.
Yeah, you can't do this just tap him type of thing. You can't just do arm tackles. We got to form tackle this guy. He's not the biggest running back that we faced all year, but he is strong. You can see the size of his thighs from up here. I mean, this guy is going to work you. He's going to run hard. So good, sure tackling is going to be the name of the game.
Rockets hurry up a little bit. Hill again from the shotgun.
This 2nd and short, look to see something here in the middle from Gianni.
2nd down and 1. Double twins. Handoff to Gianni. Just football down. Bears football. Justin Kendrick got back there and got his arms around Hunter and stripped it open. Jacob Blanchett with the recovery for the Bears.
Great job there by the Bears. And Justin Kendrick, just as we were talking about how we needed to make sure that we were sure tackling in the backfield, Justin Kendrick gets back there, and he got a hold of Gianni Hunter and would not let him go. And that caused a lot of problems for him. Fumbled that football. Great job by the Bears to get on it. I think we do have a replay of that.
Jarrett Stewart now on at quarterback for the Bears. This is something that we heard about earlier in the week, John. Didn't mention it during game day. Handoff goes to Gabe Bolin. Bolin cuts back at the 50.
And he's still
grabbed from behind. Takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Carry made for the Rockets.
40-yard gain for Gabe Bolin.
And I am positive there isn't a Shelby County Rocket on the field that saw that one coming.
Yeah, John, Coach Marksberry and I text back and forth earlier in the week. He kind of told me this wrinkle was going on, and I let you in on the secret.
Yeah, we knew this was coming.
We knew it was coming, but we didn't know when. Timeout, Shelby County. 3:12 left to go in the first. Bears looking to strike again.
Yeah, I was actually kind of glad you texted Coach Marksberry because you and I had talked. We had some ideas. We won't talk about that right now, but we had some different ideas of what he might try to do, or if he would do this or move this person or this guy in or whatever
else. He wasn't
else.
in that zip code,
And no, neither one of us had that thought in mind. And when he mentioned it, I'll be honest with you, at first I was like, I don't know. But then I kind of reckoned my way back to where we talked to Coach Marksberry at the beginning of the season, and we're going to see this with this replay, where he even mentioned that Gabe Bowling was possibly the best running back he had on the team. That's that offensive play right here, that fumble. Justin Kendrick, no, I believe it's the one after this.
Here's the run by Gabe. Chase Simonis out again. Turn around just to find somebody to block.
I mean, it's just a great job getting downfield. And, I mean, you can't sing Chase Simonis' praises enough. I mean, does such a great job getting out there. And he doesn't just get out there, but he's effective when he gets out there. He's not just looking to run down the field. He's looking to take some people out.
Stewart again at quarterback. Up under center. Rourke out wide to the right. Ball's on the ground.
Mid whistles. Well, you have
false
a false start.
Spencer County.
False start.
And this is something that kind of concerned me about this plan.
It will be
I'm not going to lie. It kind of, you know, you get that mesh of a quarterback and a center that get used to each other, and you get that cadence, you get that call from the quarterback that the players get used to. And I know they worked on this week, but it's still, you get nerves going, you got the lights, you got everything happening, the fans out here, and sometimes it's hard to make those adjustments.
Handoff. It's time hit the line of scrimmage. Bolin.
Yeah, I think we're in the area holding, and that's what the official's going to call.
Flag on the play, holding on the Bears.
So now that's going to back us up another 10 yards. It's going to be a 1st and 25, I believe. And the Bears not doing themselves much favors tonight, Bo, when it comes to the penalties. The penalty bugs kind of bit them a little.
That's 5 quick ones. I think that's 5 in the first half. Our stat machine's down. So we do hear the internet is down at the school, been going in and out all day. Stewart drops back, looks to pass. Now he's in trouble. He can't do that, John.
No.
Intercepted by the Rockets. That experiment might have just
that might have been the last of it right there. That's one of those things, quarterbacks, especially as they get older. It's good to see Coach Marksberry. You know, he's keeping Stewart up as he comes off the sidelines. But that's one of those that, as you gain that experience, you get that internal clock. You get that feel. You get that knowledge of the fact that, okay, you know, it's going off in your head, 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. I got to get rid of it. You know, it's telling you that.
Hand off to Hunter. Again, met in the backfield by the Bears. Justin Kendrick
again. We talked about him earlier at the beginning of the game. You know, Nick Stowe, Justin Kendrick. Those are two names you're going to hear a lot. And Justin Kendrick tackles for loss has been phenomenal this year.
Tackle for a loss pushes the Rockets back to their own 49-yard line.
Loss of 3.
And 14.
4. Second down, 14. Double twins. Looks to pass. Goes out in the flat. That pass is complete to number 3, Ian Alacron.
Really a good adjustment by the receiver there to make that catch. You know, Hill putting that ball really where only his receiver could make a catch on that ball, and did a great job, fingertip catch, diving. And that's going to leave a 3rd and short. A lot of options here for Shelby County.
This ball's going to Hunter, John.
Oh, I would bet money on it.
Either that, the quarterback's keeping it. He's leaning forward. Gives the ball to Hunter. Hunter slips through the crack in the line, gets up to about the 35-yard line. Good enough for a Rocket first down. Minute 30 left to go.
First down for the
That's
Rockets.
a play that every coach has in his arsenal right there. You're just running that dive up the middle, just giving that opportunity for that runner to be able to pick up 2 or 3 yards for you, whatever you need in a situation like that. Very well blocked. First down, Rockets.
Minute 15 left to go in the first. Trips out to the right. Hill looking to pass. He's got a lot of time. Goes across the middle, overthrows his receiver.
Pass falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Dylan Maines.
Great coverage back there by the Bears secondary. We had guys everywhere. It was difficult for him to find somebody. We had the pressure coming, forcing him to throw the football, and really him putting it where he did was probably wise, because I think if he'd have been any closer to receiver, that would have been an opportunity for a pick.
Clock stopped with 1:07 left. Hand off to Hunter. Gets around the right side, breaks free. He's going to get forward. It's probably going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be close.
Yeah, Nolan Boston have to retreat a little bit to try to make that tackle. The hole just blown open by this line. We mentioned it earlier. You're seeing a lot of zone blocking from these guys. It's a lot of – you're not going to see the guards pull very much. They're just trying to open up holes, and that does make it very difficult for Nick Stowe at that middle linebacker spot to try to read what that offensive line's doing and try to get in that hole to make those tackles.
Down under a minute to go now in the first period. Spencer County leads 7-0 early. Shelby County looking to score. Trips to the right. Hand off to Hunter. Hunter tries to go up the middle, met by a host of Bears. Nick Stowe, Justin Kendrick, Keenan Carnes in on that tackle. And that may be the last play of the first quarter, John.
It might be. We'll see if Coach Harris tries to squeeze one more in here.
They are walking to the sideline. And that is going to do it for the first quarter. Your score after one, Spencer County 7, Shelby County 0. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, give me a call. Luke Penrod with United Realty of Louisville. My phone number is 502-639-7271, and feel free to look on my website, penrodrealtor.com, and let me help you find your dream home.
Tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Titchener and Satterley, attorneys at law, Taylorsville, Kentucky. Curious what your home is worth? Visit brownrealty.com. Brown Realty, serving Spencer County and beyond for nearly 20 years. Brown Realty, your local realtor.
High School getting ready to start the second quarter. Spencer County leads Shelby 7-0, John, and we got to resort to our phones to try to give a few stats out here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Spencer County 125 offensive yards on 15 plays. 89 for Shelby County on 17 plays. 11 rushes for Shelby for 58 yards. 13 for 125 for Spencer. And look here, coming in, sneaking in over my shoulder. Freddie Maggard back up here with us on top of our bear perch up here.
Yeah, nice.
Freddie, we appreciate you guys coming here. What'd you think about that game day episode?
That was great. That was excellent. Just the whole atmosphere. You know, we've been greeted, I guess, friendly everywhere we've been, but we've never been welcomed like this. This is the first for me.
We love our kids here in Spencer County, and it's just anything we could do to showcase their talents. That way, we were so excited we found out you guys were coming up here.
Yeah.
Follow these guys. It doesn't matter where they play. Me and John went to a game last year, covered a game in Logan County, put our table up in the stands, and there was ice forming on the table by the time the game was over. And but we didn't care. We was loving it. Screen pass from Hill. Host of Bears in on the tackle.
Yeah, that was a nice tackling there. But, the people here have just been great. We got a media room for us, which we've never had before. And they had pork sandwiches and cookies and chips.
We got extras right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just a few made their way up here.
They know how to get to me.
That's exactly right.
But this is great, though. The whole community's here, and you got cars on the side of the road watching the game. The stands are filled. This is just –
it's what Friday nights are
supposed to be. It's
the
beauty of Friday night. You know, you got the American flag. I got a picture with the fireworks, American flag, and the scoreboard. I mean, you can't – that's just beautiful to me. So – and they're playing on grass. That's another big plus.
False start on the Rockets.
False start on the Rockets. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, our coach loves the Bermuda.
Yeah.
That's his baby out there. He's out here doing something to it every day.
The 11 games of the Kroger KSR games of the week that we've done, I think this is our third grass field out of 11 stadiums.
A lot of schools are going to that. I like it myself, but it's more of a maintenance issue to me than the way football should be played issue.
This is beautiful. They've got it. They've got it worked perfectly for this game.
Hill looking to pass, goes across the middle. That pass is complete. Dylan Maines, Bears again, just not wrapping up.
Yeah, that they need to tackle better there. Got a little pressure on the quarterback. He completed the deep cross route. Got to wrap him up or separate him from the football once he makes the catch. But turnovers, both teams have had a turnover, and you see the results here. Both teams, if Shelby scores here, have gotten points off turnovers.
And well over 250 yards now of offense between the two teams.
Yeah, this running back,
sophomore.
Yeah, he has over 1,000 yards on the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and he's shifty. He's given Spencer County problems.
Coach Eldridge is not happy. Calls the timeout for the defense. I telling you earlier, 13th region, man. Yeah. I love that. I still go down there all the time. My mom's still there. My wife's family's still there.
Yeah.
Love the area.
Yeah, I actually call basketball games for the 13th regional tournament every year for WYMT at the Corbin Arena.
Yep.
So it's awesome to get back down for that.
That wasn't there when I was down there. I was there.
Yeah, my high school's not there anymore.
Not there anymore.
That hurts, man. Consolidation is great for education and things of that nature. I get it, but
man, it hurts when it's
hurts many small communities.
Used to have that Kaywood over there, Dilscombs and schools like Everett's. Yeah, I can remember playing in that jungle at Everett's at that gym. Something else.
Yeah, they had the painting of the guy with the long arms. You remember that?
Yeah.
On the side of the gym?
Mm-hmm.
That used to freak me out for some reason.
Second down and 2 for the Rockets. 9:58 left to go in the second. This time Hill under center. Handoff again goes to Hunter. Met by Nick Stowe and just can't wrap up. Yeah, Bears just having trouble tackling tonight.
That's 2 out of 3 plays there that Spencer County is missed tackles. And that'll hurt you against a running back like that gets behind his pads and shifty. He's going to find holes in the defense, and that's a good job by Shelby County there to score.
It's usually a sure-handed tackler there, Nick. He's actually leading the state in tackles this year in 4A. We got a replay right after this extra point try.
Did we get the draw on the screen?
Well, you know what? That's in the works.
Okay.
And he is real excited about that. You can come around here and draw your circles.
I want to draw, man.
Here's the replay. Hand off to Hunter.
Inside zone, that penetration. 1, 2, 3 missed tackles there. Had him for a tackle for loss. That's a tough play. Defensive coordinator won't be happy about that one.
Now, this is a Bear squad. Again, we don't like to put anybody down, but our district was a little down this year.
Yeah.
We did go a month without giving up a touchdown. Finally, give up 4 last week. When Cardwell went out with the injury, you could just see the air sucked out of the sideline.
Yeah.
And I credit Coach Marksbury for getting that back and actually recovering to win that game last week.
Yeah, and if you're struggling tackling like Spencer County has tonight, the way to combat that is to have sustained drives on offense. And Spencer County is a ball control offense, appears to be, and just can't afford turnovers. And
they lull you
that's
to
played
sleep.
Kentucky. That'll get every team. So just can't turn the football over. Yeah, you're right. I mean, what I've been impressed with is how the ball carriers have read the blocks, especially on the edge, on the outside contained defender. They really know when to cut it up or cut it back to the sideline. That's just really good
Extremely,
coaching.
they're patient.
Very
they let
patient.
their blocks develop,
Yeah.
and it really is a treat to watch.
It is.
And Spencer County's got a couple guards that'll come out and pull, and the guys don't weigh 165, 70 pounds, but they're out there. They're looking to hit somebody every time.
Absolutely. But this Spencer County team is extremely well coached.
All fielded at the 10-yard line. Wade Hutt gets up to close to the 30. Bears will take over 1st and 10, about the 29-yard line.
Out to the Bears' 29-yard line.
So football started in 2004.
2004. Actually, 2003 we played a season, but it was all JV games.
Okay.
Regardless of class. In 2004 was the first year. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe only 6 or 7 varsity games that year. But just last week was the 100th victory.
Is that right?
School history, yeah.
That's great. That's great that, not having a big football alumni base, and having crowds like this.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
This is small town Friday night. You know it being from the Harlan, Cumberland area.
Yeah, this reminds me of Raceland we were at a few weeks ago. Home crowd is just packed. The visitors filled their spot, and then they lined
fumble.
Fans lined 23, the highway that goes by Raceland, and here the same thing. There's cars lined. You can't see it on the TV broadcast, but there's cars lined all up on the side of the hill, on the side of the road watching the game.
And they'll be there early.
Yeah, they were.
They want their spot.
Yeah, I mean, the prep rally was going on at, 5 o'clock when I got here?
We started, we tried to start a little early. I think we finally got it going about 6.
Yeah.
And band and cheerleaders, dance team, students.
That's awesome.
Timeout Spencer County. It's their second timeout they've taken here in the first half.
That's a good timeout.
Let's go down to Phillips on the sideline.
Hey, Freddie, this as the principal of the high school. First of all, they let me do a little sideline reporting, which is really fun. But we just wanted to say thank you all for choosing us, and we're glad. We're glad. We're going to feed you. We're going to take care of you there. But we wanted to take that opportunity to showcase our band and our cheerleaders and our dance team, and it's more than just these kids playing football. It's a community-wide effort. So, and I know you all, the platform that you all have, and we just appreciate you all getting us out there.
Yeah.
And don't let them guys up there wear you out too much, all right?
I won't.
John's up here eating. I'm still on the clock.
The principal looks like he just works out all the time. Is what he does. But no, they've been great. Everybody's been so great. I hate to rank our stops where we go. And I never reveal number 1, but I reveal the top 2 right now. The top 2 right now is Mayfield and Spencer County.
Wow.
I can be easily influenced by my stomach.
Yeah, absolutely. Kellen Marksbury breaks
right
loose.
there?
Gets across the 50. He's got room. He's gone. Kellen gets to the 10. 5. Touchdown Bears!
Yeah, that number 3 will get credit for that touchdown. But there's a block out here.
53. That's Chase Simonis. We talk about him all the time. He's such an undersized lineman, but he's always the one he'll pull, and he'll be out front leading those runs all the time.
Yeah, that was a great block, and number 3 read it perfectly.
We got a replay here. We'll show just a second. We'll let Brentzel kick the extra point.
That's awesome. Fireworks.
Freddie wants you to know, hey, if you're not, I know you do the games of the week every week, but anytime you don't have one, you come back and see us. We'll feed you. You come up here, we'll give you a headset.
You all know how to get to me.
Brensel's extra point is good with 8:54 left to go in the first half. Spencer County 14.
Here's a replay.
Shelby 0. Here's the replay.
Watch 53 here.
Here he comes around.
There he comes
pulls
running,
out. He's
pulling. Boom. Kicked him. Knocked down block. Got a pancake, and he's off to the races. The other defenders didn't think.
Yep. And there's Carbwell running down the sideline to congratulate him. That's the one thing, too, about this squad, Freddie. They could care less who scores.
Who's 53?
Chase Simonis.
I like that kid. Chase Simonis.
If you go back.
Is that his name?
Chase Simonis.
I love that kid.
And if you go back and you watch our games on YouTube, every game you'll hear me and John talk about Chase, how he's out. He's the lead blocker.
That's my favorite player now. He's my guy on this team. I love those offensive linemen that get out and block like that, too. And it's fun for them because they're in the trenches banging around all the time. If they get a chance to get out and pull and run around, they get to do that. It reminds me of Jagger Burton at Kentucky, the guard. Gets out and pulls them around. And Kenneth Horsey, before he got kicked to tackle, he used to be really good at that. And then you had Logan Stenberg, who's now with the Lions. He was really good at there.
Kickoff by Lester. Fielded about the 8-yard line.
And then Luke Fortner with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
You know, Luke was first team All-ACC at 2 different positions on the offensive line, at guard and center. I don't think we talk about that enough, how awesome that is. You know? I mean, I brag about Luke all the time. Man, he is doing really well starting for the Jaguars now.
I'd love to be in one time, and I hear Drew and Matt and those guys talk about it all the time. Your stacks of work and your highlighters and what you got. I'd love to be in on that one time just to see the hours that you put in.
I can't tell you how many hours. You know, I have to cut things off and dedicate time.
Yep. You get in trouble at home. I get in trouble at home every once in a while.
Well, that's why I thank God that I've always gotten up early and can stay up late. I never sleep, so it gives me a good chance to do stuff like that. But, yeah, like, you know, if I'm calling a game like this but actually calling it, I get completely, I wouldn't say paranoid is the right word, but I really emphasize I want to say the player's name correctly. Because to me that is disrespectful to that kid's family if I'm up here saying the name wrong, you know?
Yep.
And that's just something that I've always thought. And with these games of the week also, I have an intern here with me. And part of my responsibility, you know, that Tyler Thompson and Drew Franklin trust me to do is to try to train their interns, you know, the right way to do things. And little things like thank everybody and, you know.
Doesn't look indeed. Pass is complete, and he's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Rockets.
Got behind the defense there. Great pitch and catch.
That's we watched some film of them earlier in the week. We meet, John and I meet at my house every Wednesday to watch film of the team.
Yeah.
Coach Marksbury is actually generous enough to hook us up with his huddle account and get to do that. And that's some of the things that we noticed when we was watching film this week.
Yeah. I do favor Spencer County the further this game goes along. I do think that the football process of attrition, I think Spencer County will win this football game late in the fourth quarter or late third quarter, something like that. I think you're going to see the Bears pull away here. But that's certainly not what you want is a one-play scoring drive there by Shelby County.
And the extra point is no good. So with 7:49 left to go, 14-13.
Got a replay?
Yep.
Oh, here we go. All right, you can see the receiver up top. Got a
a little
two-man
cross.
combo route. That's just a smash route. Cut in, cut out, and he just throws it over the defender on the ship. Perfect play. You know, sometimes on the shows that I do, I say football happens. That's a play that football happens.
I've used that before.
Yeah, football happened. It was a great
and the quarterback put that
perfect.
You know, he's going to catch it or it's going to be incomplete.
That's like a pitcher in baseball. You can throw a perfect pitch and nobody's going to hit it.
Right.
You know, sometimes football happens, and that's a perfect example right there. But, guys, I got to get going. I appreciate you having me.
Freddie,
thank you, sir.
Thank you again so much.
Yes,
and again, you are welcome here anytime. Spencer County will take you in with open arms.
Thank you, Spencer County. You've been the best to us. Love y'all, and thanks so much for being just a great host. I told my intern Daniel, I said, man, don't get used to this. This is not the norm that we have a green room that we get to go back to for food or media room.
Well, it's the norm here.
Oh,
you need another pork chop?
I've eaten 3, man.
All right, thank you, Freddie. Y'all. We'll see y'all. Freddie Maggard, former UK quarterback, current KSR. Appreciate Freddie coming up here and spending that time, John. It's again, I'm from the 13th region, same region he came from back in his high school days, and I can remember watching him play. And I tell you what, a lot of people don't know.
Freddie, he's got space.
Wade crosses back.
He's got the kicker to beat.
10, 5,
touchdown Bears!
Scan the field. Any flags?
No, I don't see any. No. Molly Tipster, there are no hankies on the field. What a great run. Well blocked.
It's exactly what Spencer County needed to after giving up those 2 touchdowns.
Yep. But no, you had mentioned Freddie being up here, how much appreciate the fact that he's up there. I appreciate it. I got to eat a sandwich for him. Gave me a chance to
A lot
step
of people
aside.
don't know Freddie Maggard was a heck of a baseball player in his own right. Had a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, was actually drafted out of high school by the Kansas City Royals. Kick by Brensel is up, and it is good. We got a replay of that kickoff return.
And this is what happens. You get these low-line drive kicks like this. Wade's on the run already when he fields it. And, everybody wants to stay in their lanes, but you only need a few blocks when they stay in their lanes to be able to bust through that defensive line, be able to get up the field. And once it was the kicker was the only one left to beat, there was no chance. Wade, with track-like speed, down the field for 6.
But, Freddie was drafted by the Kansas City Royals, John, and there was actually a period of time where he was not going to go to He'd signed with UK to go there, and he was not going to go to UK. He was going to take the Major League Baseball contract and changed his mind and stayed at UK and started out as defensive back and actually moved to quarterback later on.
Well, I'm glad he did what he did because he ended up coming back here and being able to spend some time with us tonight. Was honored to have him out there with us tonight for game day and to be up here calling this game from where we actually stand all the time. I mean, you can't ask for anything more special. It was a great job.
Lester, long kickoff. That ball lands at the 3-yard line. Does roll into the end zone. Almost again. Tyler kicked one like that a couple weeks ago, John. It landed about the 2-yard. Uh-oh. Our internet's back up.
All right. Got internet back up. Boy, I'm glad, too. So far, right now, we're pretty well evened off with yardage. 197 yards for the Shelby County Rockets, 196 for Spencer County. Of course, that doesn't include that touchdown run there off the kickoff. So, that kind of skews those numbers a little bit. But time of possession, Shelby County leading the way. 10 minutes, 18 seconds versus 6:06 for the Bears. And that's something off of that first drive. I really thought, Bo, we were going to be in a little bit better control of that clock today.
Hill from the shotgun. Hands the ball off to Hunter. Cuts back toward the middle. Keenan Carnes met him like a truck running through there.
Very effective play. Surprised we haven't seen that
Hall.
sooner. Surprised we haven't seen that sooner from the Shelby County Rockets. The way that they've been able to throw the ball, quarterback Hill takes the snap, sets up in that draw. Give that opportunity, give that look for the secondary and linebackers to want to drop back a little bit into some coverage and be able to hand that ball off to Gianni Hunter and get, 5-yard carry. And you can go a long way at 5 yards of carry.
2nd down, 5. Hill looks to pass, comes across the middle. Pass is complete. Bears are saying incomplete.
It's
incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Pass falls incomplete.
Bolin hit him about the time the ball got there and knocked the ball out.
Yeah, the receiver, I suppose, in that situation, even if he hadn't had the ball knocked loose by Gabe, he has to survive the ground when he goes down. He did not survive the ground, did not hold on to it with Gabe hitting him. Incomplete pass is going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
John, you got anybody come up here to talk to you? I want one of them pork chop burgers now. You talking about it and Freddie talking about it, you got me hungry.
Well, I'll save one for you.
Hill again drops back to pass. Again across the middle. Again complete. This is going to be good enough for Shelby County first down. And again, John, you talked about it before the game started. This little dink and dunk down the field, 5, 6, 8-yard passes.
Well, and this is where we talked about, that long 3rd down earlier in the game, 3rd and 10. It didn't bother me to see Spencer County come out into a zone type of a look. But when you're in a situation like that, this is where I was talking about the keys to the game and playing that man type of defense. All Shelby County had to do right there, receiver got down there, set into a little bit of a gap in the zone, and just waited for the quarterback to throw it.
Hunter met in the backfield, dropped Justin Kendrick, James Hall in on the tackle. Kendrick there first. He had a hold of Hunter by the time he got the ball, John.
Yeah, you're actually going to take a little bit of a loss on that, too. It's
2nd and 11.
Michael Cowan out there on the field. Normally playing offensive lines and not playing a little defense. Hunter switches sides. Double twins. Hill again looks to pass. Coach Harris finds something he likes.
Oh, it's intercepted! Bryce Rourke
going 10-5.
Touchdown! Bears! Bryce Rourke just squatted back on that pass, let the receiver stop, turn around, and just baited the quarterback into throwing that football. Great read there by number 20. Way to get in there, get that interception, and 6 points.
5th interception of the season for Bryce Rourke.
We keep seeing
how
plays.
he don't get any sniffs at any All-State. He had 6 interceptions last year, 5 this year.
But, we keep seeing plays like this. We're going to have enough replays. You'll have a second to eat one of them pork chop sandwiches here in a little bit.
Brensel on for the PAT, and it is good.
And I want, this replay coming up, just watch him. Right on that top of your screen right there. Going to sit back, sit, bait, and then he breaks on it as soon as the ball's thrown. And there was just no chance. Receiver didn't even know he was coming. Nobody in his way. Touchdown 20.
5:38 left to go in the first half. Spencer County 28, Shelby County 13.
Seeing a little bit of life. We've had some ups and downs. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster type of emotions for these Bears so far in this game, between being able to get that quick fumble recovery right off the bat on that first drive or it was an interception, I'm sorry, for that first drive of Shelby County, be able to get those type of turnovers, be able to get the score, but then they give up these scores. Then they give up these turnovers, and it's just been this up and down battle for the Bears so far in this game. And a play like that, that's something that gets you jacked really well. That gets you way up right there. And so great job there by Bryce Rourke.
Let's go down to Phillips now.
The sideline's much different right now, man. They know they've got momentum on their side, so let's see if we can capitalize here for the half.
Long kick. Ball lands at the 2-yard line, goes into the end zone. I think Coach Marksbury takes that every time. You have the worry of a return.
The Rockets will take over from their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 for the Rockets at the 20.
Now let's hope that this defense can, we saw that interception right there, but they've been giving up a few chunks here and there, and that's something that I know Coach Eldridge is going to want to tighten up if he can. Trying to stop some of this dink and dunk stuff that we were talking about earlier. And also, I really did like that last drive and the fact that we're seeing a lot better form tackling. We're able to get a hold of Gianni Hunter and try to hold on to him and take him down without him breaking so many tackles.
Handoff goes to Hunter. Met by Nick Stowe in the backfield. And James Hall, he's going to take a loss in a big one, John.
Yeah, Nick Stowe had a couple of situations earlier in the game where Gianni was able to get out of his grasp, and that's not typical Nick Stowe. That's not something you typically see from number 30, and in all honesty, I imagine Nick was probably irritated enough with himself that you're probably not likely to see that the rest of the game either.
That was actually Michael Cowan.
And 14.
"16 rushes for 75 yards now for Johnny Hunter. Screen pass, covered well by the Bears.
Yeah, it's
Michael
Coach Harris
Cowan again in on that tackle, along with Gabe Boland.
Trying to go back to that tunnel screen. It worked a little bit earlier. Linebackers didn't read it as well. This time, linebackers were able to see what was happening, to see the blocking coming down from the other two receivers, see it, and be able to react to it and make a great stop.
Timeout, Shelby County.
It's going to be, they're going to still have one remaining.
Taken by the Rockets.
Shelby County with one timeout left in the half. Spencer County used all three already. But, it's just this different type of attitude now. You're seeing this on the field. You're seeing this on the sidelines. You're seeing this pump that the Bears are starting to get. And this is something that we were missing through the last half of the game against Henry County. We were kind of able to sleepwalk our way through that game and get the win. But that's not something we're going to be able to do and be able to continue to make it very far into the playoffs, Bo. So this is something that I'm happy to see. Happy to see that energy out there with these guys. They've got to find a way to get that energy without number 5 on the field.
Boyle County leads Rowan County 43-0 in the second quarter. Lexington Catholic over Scott 28-0 in the second quarter. Nelson County leads Henry County 17-7. Hill looks to pass. Now being chased by a host of Bears. He's going down. Kendrick and Hall in on that sack.
Sack on the quarterback, number 32.
That's going to bring up a fourth down and a long fourth down at that. Fourth and at least a 3-iron maybe. I mean, that's a long way to go. And the nice thing about this, too, Bo, is you're actually going to get that punter in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. He's going to be standing back there about his goal line, maybe a touch into the end zone to receive this snap.
Mail now leads PRP 24-16 just before halftime. And the Bears should get really good field position out of this, John, with the chance to put 6 more on the board. Almost got the block. Kellen's just going to let that go. It's going to go out of bounds about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Connor Lawson with the reception there on that
on
the
bounce,
sideline.
yeah. North Oldham leads Valley 7-0.
I don't know if Phillips is on the air right now, but of course, we mentioned it. We mentioned it at the game about against Valley that Phillips was. He's a Valley alumnus, and now we've got him on the air now. What was you saying, Phillips?
That pregame, I loved it, but there was a lot of Valley slander there, and that does touch a little bit closer to home than the rest of those schools. So we'll talk about that this week.
All right.
Stewart back in at quarterback. Hands the ball off. Reverse. Comes back to Marksbury. Or no, that's Drew Barron.
No, that was Marksbury.
That was Marksbury. Thought I seen a 1 on that jersey.
A little congested right there. A little bit going on. It's hard to find his hole to be able to cut up into.
Carry made to the Rockets, 39, 2nd and 8.
Stewart still out on the field right now. Now he's coming back off.
Ethan Hampton comes in to replace him. This time we'll see Bolin at quarterback. Two receivers out wide to the right. Handoff goes to Hutt. Got 2 blockers.
Oh, he's got room.
Gets across the 20. Cuts back. Ball comes out. Recovered by Shelby County.
Gianni Hunter.
Nobody but Kellen to stop him. And he's going to cross the 20. Finally taken down.
Gabe Boland.
Gabe Boland at the 18-yard line.
Wade Hutt just trying so hard to get that extra yardage. Comes off the field in frustration, throws his helmet down, knows how big of a mistake that was. But we also know that this is not a mistake we normally see from Wade Hutt. This is not something that it's typical of 14. And so keep your head up, young man. This is something we'll have. We'll get this back. 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in the quarter. We got the lead. It's all right. Defense is out there. They're going to take care of you.
2:24 left. 1st and 10 Rockets. Ball placed about the 18, 19-yard line. Trips out to the right. Handoff up the middle.
Ethan Holder.
That's 50.
Ethan Holder just taking care of business right there up the middle, just reading that, trying to run it to the A gap, and he just wasn't having it. Was able to shed that center, be able to slip off to that left side, and make a good tackle.
Can't believe a flag was not thrown.
I know, that's a little bit late
3 or
there.
4 seconds after the whistle. Five wide now for the Rockets. Empty backfield for Hill. Bears coming. Hits as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. Justin Kendrick.
Pass falls incomplete. 3rd.
That's one of those hits that Chandler Hill's going to feel tomorrow right there. That was nice right there. And the beauty of it, too, is not only do you have Justin Kendrick coming up and getting that pressure that quick, being able to get through that offensive line, our secondary was right where they needed to be. If that pass had been completed, that receiver was going to feel it the next day, too.
Minute 43 left to go in the first half. 3rd down and 9. Hill from the shotgun. Hands the ball off to Hunter. Goes up the middle. Grabbed by a host of Bears. Going to go down. Ethan Holder again in on the tackle with Ethan Hampton also there.
Bears 15-yard line.
4th and 5. Mark the ball at the 15-yard line.
4th and 5.
Running clock now. Minute 24 left.
I'm going to say a long 5. I'm going to say closer to 6. I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt right here. Spencer County's really got that on their side.
Double twins. Hill looks to pass. Looks across the middle. Nobody there. Got all the time in the world. Now comes the Bears. Man's wide open. Got away from Bryce Rourke in the end zone.
Touchdown for the Rockets. Number 8.
Kind of surprised we didn't see a flag on that one as well. I'm surprised we didn't see a hold. You know, we had to play a couple plays ago where it seemed like an awful late hit. And then on top of that, you know, we do this touchdown pass and no flag on the ground for holding.
High snap. That ball's blocked. Do have a flag on the play. Encroachment.
All sides on the Bears.
Called on the Bears.
Yeah, it's going to be half the distance to the goal, and Coach Hunter, he's going to he's
sending
going to
his offense back out.
Yeah,
Give the
Coach
ball to
Harris.
Hunter.
Sorry, Gianni Hunter is stuck in my head. But Coach Harris, I mean, I would do the same thing. You missed the extra point earlier. This gives you the opportunity to kind of get that square back up to where you're a 7-point difference again. So 2 points gets them to 21.
Double twins. Hill under center. Hands the ball off. Again, a missed tackle in the backfield for the Bears.
And Nolan Boston came flying in there and just did not get wrapped up.
Number 5. Gianni.
But as you see this defensive line trying to get through, and right there, it gets shoved down to the ground, laid on top of, guys getting pulled from behind. I'm sorry. I mean, it frustrates me at times when we don't see some calls that are some obvious calls, but, you know, That's part of the game. I understand that. That's part of the game, and both teams are on the field with the same officials. So, but we have an opportunity here. We got a minute, 2 seconds left. I know we don't have any timeouts, but we have an offense that can strike in the snap of a finger right here. Also, keep in mind, Spencer County will receive the kick in the second half. So this is a great opportunity if we can. Get a little bit of that momentum back on into the locker room, come out here, put another one on to start the third quarter and really just start burying this Rockets team.
450 yards of offense we've seen this first half combined, John.
But you know what? Of all things that we're dealing with, I know that the adjustments that Coach Eldridge is so good at making at halftime is what I want to see. I want to see that. You know, he's the type of coach that'll go in there and he'll tweak this stuff. He'll figure this stuff out. We've seen it time and time again to be able to come out in the second half and just completely shut teams down. So if we're going to have problems with anything, I would rather see it there right now.
1st and 10 for the Bears. Ball be marked about the 37-yard line.
Bears take over from their own 37-yard line. 1st and
1
10.
minute. Rourke lined out wide to the left. Bowling under center. Takes a snap. Hands the ball up to Hupp. Back. No. Gabe keeps it himself. He's got some room. Crosses midfield. Gets across the 40. Going to go out of bounds about the 32-yard line.
Kellen. Yep.
I completely lost that ball, John.
And you know what? I did too. Shelby County did. Everybody did. Because, you know, Coach Marksberry is just he is so good at rebuilding these players and keeping these players up. I fully expected Wade Hutt to get the football, and I expect to see Wade Hutt get the football here shortly, if it's not this play, the next play, because he's going to stand behind his guys. Yes, mistakes happen, but I trust you. I know you can do the job out on the field. I'm going to continue to feed you the football.
Marksberry goes in motion, gets the handoff. Hutt, out late blocking, gets around the right side. He's going to go out of bounds just short of the first down marker.
Stops the clock. That's just smart football right there.
Second down and about 2.
23. 2nd and 2.
Yeah, we got Phillips in our ear saying it looks like a coach's son playing out there, and he's doing a phenomenal job. That's just smart football.
44 seconds left to go in the first half. Bears looking to strike again. Gabe under center. This time does hand the ball off to Hutt. Goes up the middle.
Still churning. Still pushing. That's what I like to see right there. See, that's why we're going to continue to feed 14 in this game. He's got that drive. He's not going to make those mistakes very often. We have rarely seen Wade make mistakes like that with that fumble earlier. And somebody we can trust.
Under 30 seconds. Stop. The clock stopped long enough to move the change. Gabe's going to spike that ball.
Again, no timeouts left for the Bears. This will be a second down. But, you know, this is the opportunity. We haven't shown a lot of passes in this game so far. This is a great shot right here to be able to try to throw something like that. We've seen these fade routes to Combs in the end zone. Seen them also to where they brought Bryce Rourke, you know, drag him across the middle, something like that. It's a great opportunity to where you're throwing to the end zone. Either you score. If it's an incomplete pass, you at least stop the clock.
There's the pass to the end zone. Kellen's wide open.
Touchdown Bears!
Touchdown Bears! Number 8, Gabe Bowling. To number 3, Kellen Marksberry.
42 seconds, Bo. 42 seconds is all it took for that drive to go down the field. Great clock management by the Bears. You know, we mentioned Kellen getting out of bounds earlier to be able to stop the clock. That time right there, that's exactly what we were thinking. You know, you have an opportunity to throw it to the end zone. If it's an incomplete pass, it's an incomplete pass. But these fade routes that these guys have been able to get to the corners of the end zone, Gabe's putting it in a spot where only they can catch it. So it's a touchdown or it's an incomplete, and we live to play another down. But we'll take the 6.
Low snap. Bowling gets it Kick is up and good by Kyle Brentzel. Your score with 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Spencer County 35,
Here we
Shelby
got a
County
replay
21.
of this too. So you see Kellen, he just came out of that wing position on this side of the field and was just able to go downfield, go to the corner of the end zone, nobody with him. But again, if he doesn't catch that, we're not hurt, though. You know, we're still in a spot where we have 20 seconds left in the half. We're still living to play another down. But luckily we got Gabe Bowling out there throwing the football, who's just been an absolute marksman these last few weeks with some of these passes and just laying it right out there for Kellen to make that catch. Let's throw it down to Marksberry. Or not Marksberry, Phillips.
A few minutes, it'll be 20 seconds, and I'll have Marksberry. Hey, and I think, John, you mentioned this a while ago. We're pulling the New England Patriots right now. We get the ball at the beginning of the second half,
right.
and that's back-to-back possessions here. If you can do nothing crazy here, come out and get a score, and then you kind of open up a little bit of a game here where you can start to just run the ball and do some things. So big thing there that you mentioned.
Lester, low kick, fielded at the 35-yard line. And I'm not going to second-guess Coach. I'm sure that's what he told Tyler to do.
Yeah.
But his last two's been in the end zone. They're going to have to beat me going 80 yards, not 60, 65.
Well, situation as it is, 19.2 seconds left, one timeout. Haven't really seen Shelby County do a lot of stuff towards the sidelines, and maybe this is what Coach Marksberry's thinking. With their dink and dunk stuff, they're liking to sit in those flats. They're liking to sit in front of that second level, get behind those linebackers or something. They're middle of the field. Gianni's running a lot of stuff up the middle, and so if we can just contain them, keep them on the field, keep that clock running, they can only stop at once.
Bears got three backs back here 25 yards off the line of scrimmage. Just kind of like a prevent defense.
Man, they're running a play. They're not taking knees.
Handoff goes to Hunter. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, gets forward for maybe a yard.
And I don't know if Coach Harris is going to take a timeout or not. I think that's going to be the half.
Yeah.
Clock runs down.
We come to the end of the first half. Spencer County 35, Shelby County 21. We'll wait on Coach Marksberry to have his word with the team. We'll get a word with him. John, 291 yards of offense.
Unreal. I mean, and 222 for the Shelby County Rockets. It's not like they're not moving the football. But rushing is really where Spencer County's taking control. 276 yards on the ground, and that's on 20 carries. And so just unreal type of yardage that they're getting from plays. But here, let's go down to Phillips, who's got Coach Marksberry.
All right, Coach. Offensively, fine, man. Defensively, it seems like we're missing a lot of tackles in the backfield, getting good penetration and hitting the kid. Just he's tough to bring down.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the most disappointing part is the tackling, and then we gave up a couple of we had them on 4th and 12, and they threw an 8-yard route, and we got 3 guys that hit him, and we don't get him on the ground, and five's good. I ain't gonna take anything away from him, but we face better, and I'm not being disrespectful or anything like that, but But we're getting to him, and we just got to finish. We just got to finish our drives off. We get them in 3rd and down, and then they throw a screen. They get 2 yards more than they need, and everything like that. So, but hey, we'll clean it up. Offense looks really good. We got to get Jared in there and get him some more snaps. He got a little bit rattled there, and we'll fix that and get him smoothed out.
Good deal. Get the ball beginning of the second half. Go get him, Coach. All right, gentlemen, back to you all. Halftime. We'll see you on.
So our score here at the half, Spencer County 35, Shelby County 21. We'll be back with some halftime stats and thoughts here in a minute on GHP Sports.
Today's game is sponsored by Mooney Eye Care, Titchener and Satterley, Acadia Council, Kelly Hubbard, Rematch Results, Brown Realty, 811, call before you dig, M&J Landscaping, Luke Penrod, Real Estate and Photography,
Dryer Bench Squad.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi-enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
This ad is paid for by the committee to re-elect Judge Donna Dutton, District Judge for the 53rd Judicial District, which includes Anderson, Shelby, and Spencer counties.
RE/MAX Results is thrilled to announce the opening of a new satellite office in Taylorsville, Kentucky, and the start of the Kelly Hubbock real estate team. Kelly is very passionate about this community and the needs of its citizens, and we're so proud of what she's accomplished so far and what the future holds for her and Taylorsville, Kentucky.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hubbock. I have been a resident of Spencer County for a little over 10 years now. In addition to real estate, I serve as the president of the Spencer County Taylorsville Chamber of Commerce, and I can think of no better place to put down roots, both professionally and personally, than in Spencer County. The sheer beauty of the county alone is second to none, and the people are amazing. Everybody knows everybody. It's very much a small town community feel, and the neighbors will quite literally give you the shirt off their back if you need it. So I am honored to be a resident and a business owner out here, and I look forward to assisting the citizens of this community for years to come.
Back here at Spencer County High School, halftime. First round of the KHSAA playoffs. Spencer County leads Shelby County 35-21.
Yep.
And John, a lot of offense in that first half, but a lot of no defense.
Yeah, it was kind of tough on the defensive side of the ball. As we look at some of the stats that we have up here, and first of all, one stat I want to point out right now is the fact that we actually have stools to sit down on right now. That's a great stat. Kind of comfortable to be able to get a little weight off right now, and Bo's getting his pork chop sandwich in. But anyway, let's look at these stats here. Of course, we know the score, 35-21. First downs. You know, Shelby County able to move the chains a lot more often than I thought they were. You know, those dink and dunk passes, you know, those 13 first downs versus Spencer County's 9. But, of course, Spencer County has the lead that they have based off of these quick strikes that they've been able to get. You know, a kickoff return for touchdown earlier by Wade Hutt. Total yards, 291 Spencer County, 223 to Shelby County, and that's something I guarantee if you walk into that locker room right now, Coach Eldridge is trying to take care of. That and the turnovers. We cannot be able to give up the football like that. It's
5
not very
turnovers
often
in the first half between the two teams.
It's not very often that Spencer County, you know, coughs up the football, but in a situation like that, giving up 2 turnovers, usually 2 turnovers is going to be pretty much death for you in the game, but because they've caused 3 to Spencer County or Shelby County, been able to stay in it. Rushing attempts, 22 rushing attempts. I don't think that's right for rushing yards on the screen there. I do believe rushing attempts, 22 rushing attempts for 68 yards for Shelby County. That's coming from Digital Scout. I have it off to the side here, folks. And then Spencer County with the 276 rushing. And that seems to be the difference when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, just able to move the football so well. But on the other hand, Chandler Hill back there at quarterback, 8 for 15 right now, 155 yards. Of course, that included that one long touchdown pass he was able to get there before the half. Also looking here, we talked about the first downs, third down conversions. Shelby County 4 of 7. For 57%, and that's something we typically don't see out of this Spencer County defense. We don't typically give up third down that easily, and so I'm sure Coach Eldridge is going to want to try to work on that. On the other hand, 3 for 3 for Spencer County, they're 100% there. And the other big thing that we got to kind of clean up a little bit, penalties. 2 penalties on Shelby County for 10 yards, but we have 5 penalties against Spencer County, a team that's We went through games where there hasn't been a flag thrown on Spencer County.
That will be a big subject this week at practice.
Yeah.
If Spencer County goes on and wins this game.
Got to take
what
care
about
of some
individually, John? What we got?
Well, individually, I want to look at Shelby County first because they have been pretty impressive. We did talk about in the beginning of the game that they lean to be kind of pass heavy. And looking at the stats for Chandler Hill right now, I mentioned earlier he's 8 for 15, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He does have the 2 interceptions, but still doing a great job spreading the football out with some of these under routes that they're liking to run. Rushing-wise, of course, Gianni Hunter. He's the story of it. We knew that's what we were facing when we came in. 19 attempts for 75 yards. He's averaging 3.9 yards per carry. He does have the 1 touchdown. And, that average, I don't think, Bo, that really shows what kind of happened in the second quarter. I think at the beginning of the game he was able to really open some stuff up, able to get some longer runs, get in the 5, the 10-yard run type of things, and even longer. And in that second quarter had some adjustments made to be able to kind of bring that average back down to that 3.9. Receptions, number 3, Dustin Wells, somebody we didn't even talk about before the game, is leading 5 receptions, 119 yards, 23.8 yards per catch with the 1 touchdown, and that he was also the receiver that did have the long reception for that touchdown. Now looking at Spencer County stats, Gabe Bowling 1 for 2, 15 yards, the 1 touchdown. That's what we saw that completion from, where he hit Kellen Marksberry in the corner of the end zone. But then also looking at these rushing stats, Kellen Marksberry, 9 attempts for 187 yards in a half of football, Bo, in 1 half of football, averaging 20.8 yards per carry with 2 touchdowns. Wade Hutt, 6 attempts for 50 yards. Of course, we talked about it earlier. Shelby County doing a great job of filling that middle, kind of trying to contain Wade and keeping him from being able to do much between the tackles. But it's still a very important aspect of our offense that we have to be able to test that middle to open up the outside, but yet he's still averaging 8.3 yards per carry. Gabe Bowling, 4 attempts for 45 yards, 11.3 yards per carry. Receptions, of course, we had Kellen with the 1 for 15 with the touchdown, and that's about all we have right now then for Spencer County, other than, if we want to mention it, Wade Hutt, kick return, 2 attempts kick return for 97 yards, averaging 48.5 yards on kick return with the 1 touchdown. That was an incredible kickoff return there by Wade.
3 touchdowns for Kellen Marksberry.
Yeah,
1
unreal.
through there, 2 on the ground.
Just playing so
Spencer County's a team averaging like 303 yards a game on the ground. They've got 291 yards here in the first half. And, a lot of games late in the year, John, we didn't see the starters play in the second half, and we got that 303 yards a game.
Yep.
If this game keeps going the way it is right now and our starters have to play the whole game, we could easily see a 500-600 yard game.
Yeah, exactly.
County just on the ground alone.
And the potential of that really, I'm saying this as a hopeful, as a optimistic type of point of view for this second half, and knowing what Coach Eldridge tends to be able to do, making adjustments defensively. We look at the number of plays. Shelby County ran 37 plays in that first half. We ran 24. I really do not expect the Spencer County defense to allow Shelby County to be on the field that long for this second half, giving them more opportunity to have the football, more opportunity to gain yards, and, to put those kind of stats up.
That's on pace, John, to have more plays run than we played in last week's game in Henry County. We just 113 plays in that game, and I thought, wow, that's a lot for a high school game.
Well, we were kind of used to that. We were a little bit spoiled by those running clocks to where we weren't seeing as many plays in those games, and we were back home with our feet propped up by about 9:30 at night after some of those games with those running clocks. And so to have that length of a game in Henry County, it definitely seemed long, and this one's going to seem that way too. But the way Shelby County's trying to throw the football, the way they're stopping the clock with that, and that too, that shows a testament for their time of possession with the 15 minutes and 40 seconds of time of possession. That's leaning towards Shelby County is just how they've been able to control the football. They've had these long drives, the 37 plays. And, but, again, I don't see a Coach Eldridge defense coming out of this locker room for this second half and playing the same way that they did that first half.
Still 4 minutes on the clock here at halftime. We're going to step away for a break, and we'll come back. We'll talk about some scores from around the state here on GHP Sports.
Dryer Vent Squad of Louisville reminds you that clogged or restricted dryer vents are the primary cause of dryer vent fires. Have your dryer exhaust vents inspected and cleaned by a professional at least once a year. Presented by the Dryer Vent Squad of Louisville. Dryer vent cleaning, rerouting, and repairing. Stay safe, save money, and time. 502-712-0333. DryerVentSquad.com. Dryer Vent Squad, we get the lint out, serving Louisville and surrounding counties.
The People's Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the SCHS Bears. The People's Bank is an independent, local community bank dedicated to serving Spencer and surrounding counties. At the People's Bank, we are here to serve you with deposit accounts, mortgage loans, construction and land loans, as well as business and personal loans. The People's Bank is conveniently located with 2 locations, 23 West Main Street in historic downtown Taylorsville, and a branch at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville. Or you can visit us at our website, www.tpbtaylorsville.com. Banking excellence since 1903. The People's Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, give me a call. Luke Penrod with United Realty of Louisville. My phone number is 502-639-7271, and feel free to look on my website, penrodrealtor.com, and let me help you find your dream home.
Tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Titchener and Satterman, attorneys at law, Taylorsville, Kentucky. Curious what your home is worth? Visit brownrealty.com. Brown Realty, serving Spencer County and beyond for nearly 20 years. Brown Realty, your local realtor.
Did you know Heirloom Traditions Paint has a new store right here in Spencer County? You can get all of the all-in-one paint products here to help you update most every surface inside and outside your home, along with some other great gift ideas and home accessories. We'll soon be opening our brand new store, offering homemade fudge, nuts, and daily fresh-made local offerings. Heirloom Traditions is proud to be a sponsor of Spencer County Athletics. Located at 35 Progressive Drive, open Monday through Saturday. Visit our website at allinonepaint.com to learn more.
Back here at Spencer County High School, got about a minute left. Both teams back out on the field now. I'm sure they'll put a couple minutes back on the clock. But John, look at some scores from around the state tonight. Of course, last night, St. X all over. I believe it was Southern.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
53-0. Yep. I believe that was the only game last night. But tonight, just mostly 4A games, but we will give some other scores here. Boyle County leads Rowan County 43-0. That game's in. Most of these games are in the third quarter now. Lexington Catholic 36 over Scott 0. That's Scott, not Scott County. Logan County leads Allen County Central 28-0. Mail leads PRP 31-6. North Oldham 20-0 over Valley. North Laurel 14, Collins 7.
Wow.
Christian Academy 49, LaRue County 6, and Warren East 28, Hopkins County Central 0.
Well, I know the game's not over yet, but Bo, I got to kind of tip my hat that Collins game. You picked North Laurel to win that game. I mean, it's a long way from being done. Kenyon Gooden is an amazing athlete for Collins, and you know, it's far from being done. But I'm really surprised North Laurel's been able to hang in there with them.
North Laurel is the 4th seed there.
Yeah.
But
they're a good 4 seed.
They lost the game this year by playing the illegal player.
Yeah, no.
So.
Well, you see, this, I know we weren't going to talk about it much. I am going to talk about it a little. This brings full circle this whole idea of the sister district thing. And it's something that, again, I know I'm not a fan of. Bo, I'm pretty sure you're not a big fan of. We have a situation even here tonight. You know, Collins is playing a team that's better than what would have been the 4 seed from their own district, and so are we. You know, we are the higher ranked team for Spencer County. Spencer County being ranked 5th, and I believe Central, I want to say, I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but I believe Central was ranked somewhere around 13th, something like that in the state. And so Spencer County with that higher RPI than Central has. Now Central ends up with a bye because Marion County has, forfeited that game. But even if they hadn't forfeited that game, Marion County was ranked lower in the state than Shelby County. So for us to be the higher ranked 1 seed, I don't like the fact that we don't get the opportunity at the lowest ranked 4 seed. And so there are some issues there, some things I hope KHSAA can kind of tweak and try to make some adjustments. But Bo, you and I have talked about it, and really the only fair way, in our opinion, to ever do this is from the start, go by the RPI. 1 plays 32, 2 plays 31, and so on and so forth. And wherever you go is wherever you go to travel.
They will not do that because of travel.
No, it's that logistics. I know they won't do that.
But here's my problem with that. But you still allow it.
Yeah, you
Taylor County tonight has to drive 3.5 hours to Paducah Tillman.
That's right.
To play a game in their sister district.
Yeah.
You're talking about a team that's 200 miles away in your sister district.
Yeah.
So you're allowing it to go on.
Yeah, you are.
To make this thing the way it should be.
And for
you
just,
line them up, and wherever you have to go is where you have to go.
For just as many games in that situation, if you were to just rank them by the RPI and seed them that way, for as many games that you would have that would be long-distance drives like you would have with Taylor County going all the way over Paducah, you would have some that potentially are right next door. And so, I mean, you're going to end up with the same type of mix that we have now, but you're giving that opportunity for there to be some level of fairness between where you fall in the state and who you're playing in the first and second rounds.
You don't want to travel, win.
That's right. That's what it boils down to.
This is with the KHSAA and this rule, in my opinion, and everybody out there may think I'm bad wrong, and that's okay. Everybody's allowed their opinion. We can agree to disagree. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
But they're catering to the people that cry all the time.
That's right.
It's exactly what's going on. Well, if you don't want to travel far away, win.
Win. That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
And if you're catering to people who also have a situation where there might be 2 good teams around that are close to each other in the same district, again, all you got to do is win. You might have to beat that team in the first or second round versus beating them in the 4th or 5th round, but still, you've got to beat that team. Once you hit this spot, where we're in this spot right now for 4A football in the state of Kentucky, there is only one 4A team that's going to end their season with a victory.
One of the main reasons was in 4A, the reason why we went back to this system. This used to be like this a long time ago. Went back to this sister district is the Boyle County Lexington Catholic playing in the same district. Yep. And they'd have to play each other in the second round every year.
Yep.
Well, guess what?
They're going
this
to
year
each
they're
other
going to play in the third.
That's right.
So what did you accomplish?
You didn't really accomplish anything. You give them that one more week, and somebody's going to win that game and somebody's going to lose that game.
Shelby County kicks off. Listen at Phillips for bringing up film session.
Yeah, he's down there talking about, we noticed in film, Shelby County does have a nice little onside kick that they try from time to time.
Just to pop up over the shortstop's head, out of bounds.
It's going to bring the ball out to the 35, illegal kick out of bounds. Good field position for the Bears to start this drive.
35-21. High scoring first half. 21 points, I would venture to say, maybe the most the Bears have given up in a half all year. Maybe the Bardstown game may give up that much, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, it.
After the kick, the Bears take over from their own 35-yard line.
Oh, and I'm ahead. 2 pork chops to 1.
Oh, look at this run here. Gabe Boland
breaks loose.
Stiff
arm, still gets down to about the 35-yard line. We got a flag back here real close to the line of scrimmage.
That's in the area, holding back there. We got a legal chop block again.
On Spencer County.
I'm not seeing it myself up here. I don't know if we have a replay.
We may be able to see something like that. Not something that caught my eye either. And Coach Marksbury is about 10 yards out on the field.
We get a chance here. And again, I'm not seeing this anywhere. I'm not seeing a chop block. It would had to have happened back in the backfield. I do not see anybody going low. In a situation like that where they're calling
right
a
here's
chop
where
block,
they called it.
But for them to call a chop block, that defender has to be engaged with an offensive guy up high and then have an offensive guy go low. And I'm not seeing anything like that.
First down and 18 for Spencer County. Reverse. This time goes to Marksbury. He's got a lot of room. Marksbury gets across the field. Got one man to beat. Gets to the sideline. 10-5.
Touchdown Bears!
Number 3, Kellen Marksbury.
That's unreal run right there by Kellen Marksbury. And I tell you what, the greatest part about it was you had so many different defenders from Shelby County coming to this side trying to get an angle, thinking that they were going to be able to even put a hand on number 3. And I think really that was all that touched him. Number 3 from Shelby County did get a hand, touched his back, but other than that, there was nothing they could do. Touchdown, Kellen Marksbury.
Brentzel on for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. 42,
we're going to have a replay of that here, too. We're
Check the replay out right here.
But this quick little reverse thing that they're trying to run, they tried to do it earlier, and Kellen missed the hole. But Gabe right back to Kellen, and then just Jonathan Combs
out
leading
late
the way.
blocking.
And
Kellen is just deceptively fast.
He is.
I mean, he's outrunning those guys to the – yeah.
I mean, for these Shelby County defenders to be where they are, I mean, they're not in bad position. It's just Kellen is just so much quicker to that spot. Let's go down to Phillips.
I think something, too, that I don't, just happen to be where I'm standing. Like, people don't understand his ability to use the entire field. He literally used his left foot, and, I mean, every other kid on this field steps out of bounds, but he toed that line with that one, and, I mean, that's all it took, and that's just – man, that kid's special. He's light on his feet. He's one of the fastest kids on the field. Once again, he's around at all time. He has been since he was old enough to remember. So you can just tell the kid's special.
10 rushes, 260 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
4, yep.
3 on the ground, 1 through the air tonight for Kellen Marksbury. Lester onto the kick. 42-21. 11:35 left to go in the third quarter. Low line drive kick. Gets by into the end zone.
It'll be a touchback. Bring that ball out to the 20-yard line. And, Bo, we were prophets. And so was Phillips down there on the sidelines. Before we went into halftime, we're sitting there looking at that minute and 2 seconds that Spencer County offense had to work with, and they were able to get that touchdown going into halftime, come out, get another touchdown, and really try to take control of this football game.
2. Coach Marksbury still giving the official down there on the sideline an earful.
Well,
I think he had to walk away.
Yeah, it was over that chop block that they called earlier. And again, I never even saw a place where there was 2 different guys engaged with the same one, much less one going low. There's a hold.
Hand off to Hunter. He's getting forward for about 4. Bring up second down 6.
Hunter getting up a little slow.
3-yard gain on the carry. 2nd and 7.
19 rushes now for Gianni Hunter, 75 yards on the night. 20 rushes is a lot of rushes for a kid in high school.
Yeah, it is.
This time pulls it out. There's a slant pass. This guy's got a little room. Makes one man miss, makes 2 miss. Still running wild. Kellen finally drags him down.
And there's going to be a late flag on Nick Stowe. Nick Stowe with the late hit coming in at the end. You're going to tack another 15 yards onto that play.
So uncharacteristic of a Mike Marksbury team. They're usually so disciplined.
They are. The penalties have just not been our friend tonight. And
Personal foul on the Bears.
Another one of those short routes thrown by Shelby County that they tend to do, but that's what I was talking about before the game, Bo. They like these short routes, but every once in a while they break a tackle. It's yards after contact type of thing to where they can really make these short routes multiply into huge gains like they did here.
Trips out to the right, one to the left. Hill from the shotgun. Looks across the middle. Fakes. Now he's going to the corner. That ball is intercepted. Touchback in the end zone. Bryce Rourke gets a little revenge from the last play.
Bryce Rourke.
One-hand interception. We need to see that one again.
I think we're going to have to see that replay again, but that's going to be a touchback. Going to bring the ball out to the 20. Do we have a flag on the field? Okay, all right. We got the possession here. Spencer County will take over at the 20-yard line. And just, can't say enough. Bryce Rourke, that's the second interception in the game. We've talked about how he's doing in the state, and, they tried to pickle him. A nice little double move. I'll give the receiver credit. That receiver with that double move to be able to cut back to the corner usually would beat somebody, and Bryce Rourke able to make that adjustment, get in front of him, and make that one-handed interception. We do have a flag on the play.
Delay a game.
It's going to back us up 5 yards. I do believe the officials kind of held up the game and then finally got the game set, and then that was the flag. I'll just stop.
10:24 left to go in the third. 42-21. Marksbury goes in motion. Handoff up the middle. Wade Huck gets across the 30. Going to be drugged down about the 34-yard line.
Carry made out of the Bears' 34-yard
Pick up a 14.
line, and that's good for another.
I don't know how that could be a first down there, John. We had
no, it was.
That's right.
It was. Don't.
Yep.
Boy, we're tired after that game day.
Marksbury around the left edge. No room to go. That's got to be a flag. How is – again, you're going to end up seeing right here, John, what we saw when we went over to Valley.
Yeah, you're going to end up with retaliation.
You're going to end up with retaliation. We've talked about the discipline with the penalties with Spencer County, but second down and 6. Ball at the Spencer County 38-yard line. Marksbury goes in motion. Bowen going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get much. Maybe a yard. Going to give him forward progress up to the 40. Pickup of 2.
40, 3rd and 4.
I think that was miscommunication.
It may have been, but regardless, still happy to see a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 4 is not a terrible place to be in right now. I like to see the clock running, and this is what I want to see out of this now. We came out, we took control in the second half, was able to get that other score, got the interception to get the ball back. Let's chew some clock now. Let's really try to break the spirit of these Rockets.
Handoff goes to Marksbury, gets around the left edge, and he's got some room again. Cuts back at the 45. He's going to get to the 30 and go out of bounds. But we do have a flag back at the 41-yard line.
We got another holding called against Spencer County.
Holding on the Bears.
So that will come back.
It's going to back up the Bears. It's going to make this about a 3rd and 14 now. It'd be from the spot of the foul, so maybe about a 3rd and 12 or 13. Waiting to see where they mark the football off to. We'll call it about a 3rd and 13. But just penalties after penalties. That there 8 penalties for 85 yards, and I'm not even sure the digital scout's updated yet. We could possibly be 9 penalties for 95 yards now. It's just not something that we typically see from these Bears. Very sloppy.
3rd. Timeout, Spencer County.
Timeout.
Go down to Phillips on the sideline.
Coach is not happy right now. Yeah, the call was because Ethan Hampton threw his hands up trying to not look. I don't think he did anything, but it drew the eyes of the official, kind of that yeah, I didn't do it, but look, we're just going to stick to what we're doing. 3rd and 13 is not as bad as it seems for us, I don't think. We've had a whole lot of chunk plays tonight. Coach is more disappointed that he's got some kids out there with a ton of varsity experience that are not making plays right now, not being in the right spot, I think is what he's most frustrated with.
Now, you were mentioning something in our ears there, Phillips, about after the game, something going on. What did you have to say about that?
So I think we're going to present the district trophy as soon as the game's over because we hadn't had the opportunity to do that yet since we won the district. So I think we're going to present that right at the end of the game before we do our player of the game and our coach's interview.
And that's a good plug right there, a good thing to keep in mind. End of the game, we will have the Kelly Hubbock post-game interview with Coach Marksberry, and we will also have the Brown Realty Player of the Game interview. So make sure you stay tuned afterwards, see what some of these, what Coach has to say, what some of these players have to say with what's been going on, and hopefully we're in a really good mood at the end of the game. I tell you right now, just some rough things, some mistakes being made, and things are going to get tightened up. It's stuff that it's not typical of us, and so I don't expect to continue to see it.
Third and 13. 8:45 left to go in the 3rd. Bolin drops back, looks to pass. Got Marksburg. Great catch. Had to turn his body all the way around.
Great adjustment. Kellen Marksberry actually set up for that pass to be thrown to the outside. Had the vision to see the pass, made the adjustment. Defender couldn't move, got to the inside of the defender to make that catch, and that gets the first down for the Bears.
22-yard catch for Marksburg. And Phillips said it in our ears earlier. Man, that kid's special.
Oh, he is. He is.
1st and 10 Bears. Ball on the Rocket, 47-yard line. Marksburg goes in motion. Handoff. Goes up the middle to Hutt. He's going to get forward for about 8 yards up to the 40.
Good hard run there by 14 going up the middle. And those are the typical type of runs we're used to seeing from Wade 2 up the middle. Earlier in the game, Shelby doing a great job closing that down, pinching that in, being able to hold him to 2, 3, 4 yard type of carries. But you start getting those 7, 8 yards. That's typical Wade Hutt and what we expect between the tackles.
Jarrett Stewart now in at quarterback, under center. Handoff. Marksburg cuts up the middle. Makes it at Skate Bowling.
We do have an injured Spencer County Bear, Jonathan Combs,
Injury
down on the sideline or down there on the field. I do believe it is 1-7. And he's jumping up quick. He's popping up quick. Might have just rolled an ankle or something. We might be able to get that worked out, maybe get that retaped or something like that. But hopefully see Jonathan back on the field. Just a tremendous weapon that he has been as a senior on this team. And for somebody who didn't even play high school football before this year, he's just been a phenomenal addition for Coach Marksberry.
Coach Burns just talked about in our game day show how he enjoys watching his kids play other sports. That'll change your mind pretty quick. You see something like that.
Yeah.
7:37 left to go in the 3rd. 1st down and 10 for the Bears. Stewart in at quarterback. Handoff to Marksburg. Not a whole lot of room to the short side of the field there. He's going to go out of bounds about the 30-yard line or 20-yard line. Pick up a 4. Bring up about second and 6.
18-yard line.
Yeah, and you can see the Shelby County Rocket defenders are just hands on hips, walking slow. I mean, these long drives like this, I know we're not a fan of these penalties that are being called, whether they've actually happened on the field or not. But what it's done, it's actually extended these drives for the Spencer County Bears, forcing these Shelby County Rockets to defend more and more plays, because so far these penalties have keep backing the Bears up, but the Bears are able to still get first downs.
Get another timeout, Spencer County.
Timeout taken by the Bears.
Yeah, I think we just had some miscommunication maybe going on there with the offense right now, and it's different. We have some different personnel in on the field, and that's to be expected. But it's still something that, we talked about it. Bo, you and I had a chance to talk about it this week when you had texted Coach Marksberry, and Coach Marksberry kind of, gave you a little bit of a hint of what we might expect tonight. And we had said, without trying to be too cocky, this is the opportunity. This game is a great opportunity to try things, to be able to do some different things where we're seeing Jarrett Stewart in at quarterback. That's not next week, assuming we end up with Franklin County here as what we're going to assume. I really don't see John Harden being able to pull off that win. But if we get this victory, and assuming Franklin County wins, Franklin County is another one of those teams, though, that's good enough that I don't think you want to experiment like that. You want to have this opportunity to try these things, work some of the bugs out. We still have next week in practice to be able to continue to work bugs out and get things figured out before the Flyers come into Taylorsville.
Boyle County has defeated Rowan County 49-0. 7:31 left to go. Stewart in at quarterback. Marksbury switching from right to left. There's the counter move, goes to Bolin up the middle, makes a man miss into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! That's the play we see so many times this year. Cam Cardwell run.
That's right.
That counter play.
He took the words out of my mouth right there, Bo. That is something we always expected to see number 5, and number 8 ran it to perfection.
Brenzel on for the PAT. Bears running people on the field late. Good snap. Bolin gets the ball down. It's up. And it is good. With 7:23 left to go. Spencer County 49, Shelby County 21. So we see a replay. Just simple misdirection counter move there by the Bears. We've seen it hundreds of times this year, John.
We have. It's a great play. And when you get all that pre-snap motion, you get the post-snap motion, you get these different guys going different places, that's the point of that counter. You get these linebackers seeing these different things, trying to read these different plays and to read these different backs, and then all of a sudden what they think is going to happen, just the complete opposite happens in a situation like that. Gabe Bolin, great blocking up front, able to break a few tackles and get 6.
Spencer County now 30 rushes for 424 yards on the ground, 461 total.
And we mentioned it at halftime.
We're not halfway through the third quarter.
No, 600 definitely is not out of reach in this situation. 139 yards away from 600 total yards of offense for the Bears with 7:23 left in the third quarter.
Marksbury again down here talking to an official.
Yeah. It's a little rough.
Long kick.
Great kick.
That ball lands in the end zone. Big time boot by Tyler Lester. That's our 8th region soccer player of the year, Tyler Lester.
That's right. Kind of a late addition to the Bears football team this year.
First and 10 for the Rockets. Ball at their own 20-yard line. Trips out to the right. Handoff. Little misdirection themselves. Hunter gets the ball, gets around the left side, got room, gets up for a first down and more. It's pushed out of bounds about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Ethan Hampton over there to get that tackle. But yeah, a little trickiness there from Coach Harris. Kind of a draw counter type of a thing, to where he, that hesitation that the quarterback had before he handed off the football, and Gianni Hunter getting out there. But Gianni Hunter, he's got a lot of carries on him. We were talking about that earlier in the game, and that's the potential where he's getting a little bit tired, I would think. 20 attempts for 78 yards, that's not counting that last carry. So to make 21 rushes so far for Gianni.
22. Times makes a couple people miss. He's going to get forward, get another first down for the Rockets. Pick up of about 11.
And we got another Bear down on the field.
Keenan Carnes.
Injury timeout on the field.
Coach Marksberry, the first out to him. We just seen a flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct versus Spencer County. I don't understand what. I don't know what just happened, Bo.
I don't either. Carnes is up on his feet. Walking off under his own power. I still want to know what this penalty's about.
I don't know. Coach Marksbury's talking to Coach Eldridge. Maybe it was something said. Might have been something said to an official, and he had just had enough.
From the Bears, 36.
Whatever you want to look at that for, though, that's still a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to move the ball up to about the 36-yard line and be a 1st and 10 for the Rockets. And I do think there will be a topic of conversation between the coaches and the players next week about these penalties. Definitely going to have to be cleaned up, though.
Yep. Not like tonight. You can get away with some of that, John, but as you go further in this playoffs, you're going to play better teams. That's not going to fly.
Yeah.
Trips to the right. Screen pass. Felt extremely slow. Another missed tackle in the backfield, but then the Bears gang tackle.
Yeah, able to slip through the grass of Nolan Boston. We do have a
Shelby County player lost his helmet. He's cramping up.
Losing helmet, he'll have to go off
Unusually warm night tonight for November
4th.
Reached close to 80 degrees today.
Yeah, it did. We came down here early because we had to do some setup stuff to help get things going for the game day. And I was in shorts. Kind of surprised didn't see you in shorts, Bo. I'm surprised you're not in shorts now, actually. So it really kind of shocks me. And, I'll be honest with you. I was actually having a conversation with my folks earlier today, and they always laugh about the fact that I've always made fun of the fact that you wear shorts in all weather, and they actually had bet money on the fact that you would have shorts on tonight. So I'll be looking for that check in the mail.
Yeah.
And
take me out to eat.
No,
buy me a pork chop.
No, I'll get you. Yeah, I'll get you one of those down here at the stand. That won't cost me any money, I don't figure. So Shelby County Rocket player is up. He is walking with a little bit of help, but still under his own power.
Johnson Central defeats Lincoln County 36-7.
Shelby County coming back out on the field now. Still going to take a little bit, though. We still have about 10 more yards to get the injured player off the sidelines here before the officials will blow the whistle for ready to play. Still 2nd down and 9.
Again, trips to the right, one way to the left. This time, Hill's going to keep it himself.
Justin Kendrick gets up with the football.
Danny Armstrong in on the tackle.
Spencer County wanting the official to recognize a fumble and a recovery right there by Justin Kendrick. From the position we're in, we're looking from the same spot you all are seeing this at from home, and looking through all the players. I couldn't see where the ball popped loose, but obviously there was some question to it. 3rd down and 6.
Same formation. Trips to the right. Hunter on Hill's hip. Looks to pass. That pass is incomplete. You've got a flag?
Why are they throwing a flag on that?
We've got to see a replay of that.
Bryce Rourke in great position there.
Here's the replay.
Stuttered going down the field and just in great defensive position. Not even touching, or if he did touch him, barely brushing him. I mean, that's a rough call. That is a very rough call. Those are things like that you cannot have happen if you are an official. You're allowing yourself to take control of this game.
If we can get that replay one more time.
But as Bryce Rourke's going down the field right there, I mean, it's just there's nothing there. Nothing there for that call.
I don't even know if he touched it.
As an official, you cannot call a game in a way that's going to control the outcome by what you call.
The automatic 1st down. Hunter met at the line of scrimmage. Another flag comes in.
Yeah, we're going to have a hold against Shelby County.
Phillips called that in our ear.
And
that's a
the
makeup
fans
call.
are thrilled just the fact that there was a flag thrown on Shelby County.
You know, you could literally call a hold on every play.
You really
could. So
I mean,
I think that official knew that wasn't right. Let's go down to Phillips.
Nick Stowe come out of that pile, and his shoulder pads are sticking out of both sides of his jersey, where his jersey was pulled up so high on both sides from holding him. So, yes, good call. Make-up call.
It's going to back him up. It's looking like about a first and 13, 20, something. No, it ain't more than
Looking
13.
for the same play right here. This time Kellen's on him. Batted away.
And Kellen goes down hard right there. Kellen's still on the ground. He's getting up. He's a tough kid. You know, we've seen this happen a few different times. Kellen Marksberry, last week, Bo, we saw a few different catches that he made by laying out, lands on the football, and sometimes you land awkwardly like that. It can knock the wind out of you. He's running off, looks like he's fine. Sure, we'll see number 3 back on the field again here shortly.
2nd down and 20. Again, same formation. This time looking over the middle to pass. Hit as he throws the ball. That's incomplete. Danny Armstrong.
Pass falls incomplete. 3rd and 20.
Along with Michael Cowan pressuring Hill.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Same formation again, Bo.
Again, looking to pass. Goes across the middle.
Into a lot of traffic.
Almost intercepted.
Ethan Hampton in there, in position. Make that stop. And Chandler Hill also getting back up off the turf again. He's just getting beat around a little bit now in this second half. And Spencer County getting after that quarterback.
No man's land here for the Rockets. 4th down and 20. They're going to go for it.
Well, at this point, 5 minutes left. You're down 28 points. You really don't have much to lose. This is win and advance, lose and go home. And so,
again, trips to the right. Left receiver in just a little bit at the hash. And I hit again, and that pass is complete for a touchdown.
Touchdown for the Rockets.
Javon Hunter down there making that reception.
Hunter.
That is the guy, John, you said played a little backup quarterback also.
He does. You see him in from time to time, taking the snaps for Shelby County. And Chandler Hill keeps getting hit as hard as he is. We might see Javon in here playing a little bit of quarterback for him.
Extra point for the Rockets is up, and it is good.
Point after
5:03 left to go in the third. Spencer County 49, Shelby County 28.
Been a very interesting third quarter so far. A very, I don't want to say slow third quarter, but that's kind of been a little bit slow. I mean, we've had a lot of disruptions, whether it be from penalties, from injuries, incomplete passes, scores, different things like that just stop the clock. But, even with that said, this offensive onslaught's continued for this game. Shelby County, 343 total yards. Spencer County with 461. And it's just continuing to roll. But Spencer County, 424 yards on the ground. That's the big difference of the game. 30 rushes versus 27 rushes for the Rockets, and with only 104 yards. And so that's the difference right there. That's what you're seeing. And I tell you what, we wouldn't be seeing near the yardage and near the time of possession if it wasn't for the penalties that have been thrown against Spencer County, who has 11 penalties for 125 yards. Yeah, we're hearing in our ears that Coach Burns is actually down here on the sidelines. Check on Jonathan Combs. It's his inside man. He's worried about that ankle, and deservedly so. But still, keep that in mind. 11 penalties for Spencer County in this game, 125 yards in penalties.
Corbin leads Harlan County 49-0. A lot of games like that the first weekend of the year, first weekend playoffs, John.
Yeah.
When you get these 1 versus 4 seeds, you see that quite a bit. Squib kick. Bears fall on it. 33-yard line.
.502 left in the quarter. Hope to see Spencer County try to run the football a little bit. I know they've been doing a lot of that anyway. I mean, that's kind of not a real brilliant thing to say with the 424 yards on the ground. But, I mean, by that, I would just like to see them get that clock running. We're already, 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Just tried to put this one to bed.
Looks like Coach Burns has took Combs' helmet away. Marksbury goes in motion. Stewart hands the ball. Ooh, hit hard.
Isaac Estrada right there, the freshman we were talking about before the game started. Leading tackler, being able to come downhill on that, be able to make the stop against Wade. Good hard hit.
Bowen under center. Hands the ball up the. No, he's going to give this one to Marksbury. Comes around left edge. Makes a man miss. Gets out of bounds about the 47-yard line. It's going to be good enough for Spencer County first down. Little things like that, John. Not every player can make.
Yeah, I mean, it's that extra effort.
Carried out.
breaking that tackle, those yards after contact. Let's go down to the sidelines to Phillips.
Y'all are talking about that. He has a really good ability to get skinny, if that makes sense. Like he can, he's slippery and.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't.
I mean, he just does, man. He's he's just hard. Like
I know what you mean.
You watch the kid run from Shelby, and he's just a bruiser. He's looking to hit somebody, whereas Kellen is more. He's just so good at not ever taking a flush hit.
Yeah. Very slippery runner.
We had Colton Price a few years ago that was really good about that. He could really get skinny when he got into traffic and things like that. It kind of reminds me similar to that.
Timeout, Shelby County. 4:15 left to go in the third. 49-28. Try to check on some other scores here. Corbin actually won that game 55-0 over Harlan County.
Yep. That's not surprising. Number one team in 4A this year, Corbin.
Like I said, Boyle County won 49-0. Lexington Catholic leading Scott 50-0. Logan County over Allen County Scottsville 35-6. Franklin Simpson leads Hopkinsville 3-0. Those games start an hour behind us, so. Stewart on at quarterback. Hands the ball up the middle. Gets nothing.
No gain on the carry.
No gain.
2nd and 10.
Cole Summers, number 71 for Shelby County, making that stop.
2nd down and 10. Clock does continue to run.
And we got another timeout.
Spencer County timeout. And I think Cam Cardwell caught that one. He's seen something he didn't like. And
yeah, there was definitely some things. But that's their final timeout. Burned all 3 timeouts in the third quarter for the Bears. 3:40 left to go in that third quarter.
Warren East defeats Hopkins County Central 46-0. Bears continue to win. That could be a future opponent.
One thing I don't like about a lot of these scores that we're hearing is we get these teams that are ranked right around where we are in the state taking care of business tonight. Spencer County, kind of stubbing their toe a little bit here.
It's
with
2 weeks
in
in a row
County.
we've given up 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not typical. It's not something we typically see from these Bears. Defense needs to tighten up a little bit. Of course, I am going to put a little bit on the officials for this because those 11 penalties definitely, some of them maybe, but not all of them.
Bolin now in at quarterback. That handoff goes up the middle. Huck gets forward for about 4.
Carry made to the Rockets.
About a 3rd and 6, I believe.
3rd and 5. 36.
Boyd County all over Anderson County, 41-14.
Not to say anything bad about Anderson County, but that actually kind of surprises me that they were able to hang 14 on Boyd County right now. So
as we cross under 3 minutes. And handoff goes to Marksbury. Gets around the right
He's got
side.
a blocker.
He's got a blocker in front of him. Gets enough for a first down. Just jogs out of bounds. Going to get up to about the 36-yard line. They're going to mark that.
I think he's afraid to run too far downfield. He'd probably have a flag thrown. So he's got to be careful. Get the play over with.
Pick up of about
Carry
13
made
on
to
that
the
play.
36-yard line. And that's good for another.
First and 10 Bears.
Bowling keeping, going up the middle.
Drug down from behind. He's going to get up to
He's up to
12,
15-yard
15, 14, somewhere in that range.
First down, Bears. First and 10 Bears. Ball at the Rocket 15-yard line.
We'll have a false start right there.
False start on the Bears.
See, we're noticing right here, Phillips was in our ear talking about Connor Lawson on the sidelines right now. Don't know quite what's going on with him, but that definitely losing one of our good offensive linemen right there.
Looks like Ethan Miller in the game to replace Connor. Bolin looks to pass. Throws it long. Got Marksberry in the end zone.
Touchdown Bears! Kellen Marksberry.
Wow, what a night.
Bowling to number 3, Kellen Marksberry.
15-yard pass from Bolin to Marksberry for the touchdown.
$55-28, looking for 56 here. Unbelievable offensive output by the Bears. Just unreal the points they're able to put on the board, Bo.
Kick by Brensel is up, and
Boy,
it is
that
good.
attempt is good by
We
number
see the instant
25.
replay here. 56-28 with 2:04 left to go in the third. Same play they ran earlier, got the same result out of, John.
Yeah. That's third reception for Kellen Marksberry now. 3 receptions, 57 yards, averaging 19 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns. Not to be overshadowed by the 15 rushing attempts for 296 yards, 19.7 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. That's 5 total touchdowns for Kellen Marksberry.
Well, I can guarantee you the people around the district knew who he was, but the people around the state are going to know him after the end of the time.
Exactly. This unreal game tonight by Kellen Marksberry. I mean, that alone puts him at 353 total yards for the game, receiving and rushing. Gabe Bowling puts him 3 for 4, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, just some good numbers coming out of these boys.
I love watching Wade Hutt on these kickoffs. He
Oh,
plays
yeah.
up here on this end closest to us. I mean, he's already ahead of everybody by 5 yards. Rockets will get the ball at about the 31-yard line. Or no, the 26-yard line. Going the wrong way.
After the turn, the Rockets will take over from their own 27.
It's all right, Bo. We were told in our ear not long ago that we are just surpassed 4 hours of being on the air for tonight. I'll admit I'm a little tired, but still happy to be where I am. There's no other place I would rather be right now.
Minute 56 left to go in the third. 56-28, Bears lead the Rockets. And
Ball's on the
ground. He bounces right back up to him, but he's going to lose a couple yards on that.
Coach Harris
Jacob Blancett in on the tackle there.
He's kind of fallen in love with this trips right type of thing that he's got going on. He's went a few times to his receiver
On the play.
on the left side, the single receiver over there. It's got man coverage over there. Kellen Marksberry over top of him.
13.
And, just really trying. I don't know if he's trying to do some sort of a flood thing with this, but it just time after time going back to the same formation.
That pass is incomplete. Not even close.
Pass falls incomplete.
Hill trying to get the ball to Bishop Bale.
We'll bring up 3rd and long. So far tonight, looking at the stats, Shelby County 5 for 9 on third down, 55.6% conversion rate. Four third downs for Shelby County. I'm tripping over my tongue again, Bo.
Screen pass. It's been successful for him tonight, John.
Oh, but they're going to stop him short.
Pass is complete to
Tackle made
Alacron.
at the Rockets 35, 4th and 2.
Bring up 4th and 2 for the Rockets. Offense will stay on the field.
54 seconds left in the third quarter.
They do have to run another play. Again, trips to the right. Handoff to Hunter. He's got enough for the first down and then a little more. We'll get forward to about the 43-yard line.
We'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains. And that could potentially be the last play of the quarter.
Carry out to the Rockets 43-yard line.
See if Coach Harris wants to get another one off. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't blame him to do it, Bo. I mean, you're sitting here, you're down 28 points in this game. You got to try to do something. I wouldn't waste a play.
Handoff again goes to Hunter. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. Driven back by a host of Bears. James Hall, Jacob Blanzett.
2nd and 9.
And that might be the last play of the third quarter.
It will be. So at the end of 3, Spencer County 56, Shelby County 28. We'll be back in a minute on GHP Sports.
Did you know Heirloom Traditions Paint has a new store right here in Spencer County? You can get all of the all-in-one paint products here to help you update most every surface inside and outside your home, along with some other great gift ideas and home accessories. We'll soon be opening our brand new store, offering homemade fudge, nuts, and daily fresh-made local offerings. Heirloom Traditions is proud to be a sponsor of Spencer County Athletics. Located at 35 Progressive Drive, open Monday through Saturday. Visit our website at allinonepaint.com to learn more.
Back here at Spencer County High School, getting ready to start the fourth quarter after an hour-long third quarter, John.
Yeah, that was a marathon, definitely right there. You know, we did joke about it a little bit after halftime, how we're used to these running clocks coming. You know, you get that 36-point lead. You know, there's a lot of times we've had home games where, Bo, we've been sitting in the recliner in the Barker Lounger by about, 9:30. You know,
the John Harden game, I was home sitting on the couch at 20 minutes till 10.
Exactly.
Here it is, 5 minutes to 10. We're just starting the fourth quarter.
Just starting the fourth quarter.
Second down and 9 for the Rockets. Ball on their own 44-yard line.
Ball's on the ground.
Hill falls on it, but he's going to take about a 10-yard loss there, John.
Yeah, that's a big loss right there. Lost the down, so 3rd and long coming up.
19.
Way behind the chains now. Definitely a passing situation here.
As the students are trying to get the wave going over here, John.
Keep in mind, this is 2-down territory still. This is something, I don't look for Shelby County to punt the ball.
Handoff, delayed handoff to Hunter, and he gets met in the backfield. He's going to take more loss.
Nick Stowe meets him in the backfield, and then a host of Bears comes up there and helps clean it up. Ethan Holder, James Hall, all on the tackle to finish that off with Gianni Hunter. Going to bring up a 4th and looking, I mean, that's darn near 30 yards, Bo.
4th and about 28. Got the ball marked on the 26-yard line. 23.
We got 4th and 27 now on the clock.
They've got to get all the way to the Bear 46-yard line. They are punting.
Nobody back for
the Bears. And that ball will stop dead at about the 39-yard line. Spencer County will take over 1st and 10.
Take over from their own 39.
So, yeah, this is what I was mentioning a little bit ago, Bo. We went to break there at the quarter. I'm like, we talked about the quarter that would never end with the third quarter, but now we're sitting here, Spencer County's got the ball. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion actually gets us into a running clock. And so, there's hope. We might be home at a decent time tonight, and
wah, wah, wah. Ball's on the ground. That was Gabe Bolin. Coughed that up. Did fall back down on it.
Loss on the carry. 2nd and 14.
We got a helicopter overhead right now. We don't see those very often out here during the game.
Must be Freddie's ride.
It might be.
Again, we'd like to thank KSR and Freddie Maggard for coming and joining us tonight. And out to Marksbury. He's way back, going to take a big loss. There's a flag. Finally comes in for a late hit.
And I'll be honest with you, Bo, there have been later hits without flags thrown in them in this game. And that one there, you mentioned earlier that hold was kind of a makeup call. I wonder if the officials are just, thinking there's a little bit too much. Oh, they're calling a targeting right there. So it wasn't the late hit. It was the targeting call.
It's going to move the Bears up probably close to the original line of scrimmage.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know the rule in high school. I don't know if you're ejected with a targeting call. I don't think
so. I did not see anybody go to the sideline. Second down, about 9. Stewart now on at quarterback. Wade Hutt goes in for maybe a half a yard there, John.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th down.
Spencer County has not punted tonight.
I think we're about to see one.
Punt team does come on. Ball down by Wade Hutt at the 23-yard line.
After the punt, the Rockets will take over from the
36-yard punt for Bryce Rourke.
And now we're at a spot. I don't know if it was mentioned over the air or not. I know Coach Phillips was talking about it in our ears a little bit, that we're getting to the point now where Shelby County's got to throw the football. I mean, again, this is win, advance, lose, and go home. And you're down 8 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game, down 28 points. You need 4 touchdowns to get back into this game. If you're not throwing the football, onside kicking, doing whatever you can, there's going to be nothing that they can do.
Double twins. Pass goes out to the flat. Good hit.
Bryce
Rourke.
Come up to make that stick right there and kept the player in bounds. That's something, too. They were running an out route there. I'm sure Coach Harris would have loved to see that receiver to be able to get out of bounds, but Bryce Rourke able to make a sure tackle, keep the runner in bounds, and brings up a 2nd down. 8:20 left.
Double twins. Hand off to Hunter. Hunter gets forward for maybe a yard.
See Ethan Holder, Justin Kendrick all getting
up to about the 30. We're going to give him 3 on that
play. 3rd and 6.
We do have a Shelby County Rocket down. So McDuffus, he's back down on the ground. He was down earlier in the game with the cramp.
Trying to find a score from the John Hardin Franklin County game. I have not got an update at all tonight.
McDuffus able to get up and jog off. Still brings up a 3rd and about 6 for the Shelby County Rockets. 7:50 left in the game.
Trips to the right, one to the left. Hill from the shotgun.
And they're going to air it out this way.
That ball is batted down by Bryce Rourke. There was more contact there, John, than there was on the one where he got the pass interference.
I know. I was going to say something, then I thought better of it. I know I've kind of been hard on the officials tonight.
It's going to bring up 4th and 6. Looks like a punt team coming on for Shelby County.
Kind of surprises me to see the punt team. Running out of possessions really fast if you're the Shelby County Rockets. Again, Spencer County, nobody back deep. No reason to put anybody back deep.
Good punt. Takes a little bit of a Shelby County bounce and be down to about the 38-yard line.
So that's where Spencer County will take over.
From their own 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
We've been talking about some of these numbers so far, Bo, and talking about some of the stats and what we might be able to obtain. Spencer County right now, 519 total yards of offense. A possession coming up right here. They got 462 yards on the ground right now. Just unbelievable stat. But 12 penalties, 130 yards, and that's going to be the one that's going to ring the hardest for Coach Marksberry and these players. And it's going to be something that, you know, I'll admit I've blamed some of this on officiating, but not all of these calls were officiating calls. Some of these calls were legit and mistakes that these boys need not be making.
Stewart hands the ball up the middle. Wade Huck gets forward for about 4.
Carry made to the Rockets.
Estrada in there making that tackle again. I just want everybody to realize number 11 out there on the field, he is a freshman. Keep that in mind, a freshman for Shelby County playing linebacker for them. Leads them in tackling and doing a phenomenal job and somebody to watch out for the next few years.
2nd down and 6. 7 minutes left to go. This time, handoff comes around the right side. Bolin with the carry. He's going to get across midfield to about the 48-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Bears.
And that's good for another.
Another one of those spots, just a long, methodical drive right here. Clock is running, 6:45 remaining in the game. Just look to keep it moving, keep getting first downs.
Bears taking their time, letting that clock churn down. Marksbury goes in motion, gets the handoff. Chase Simonis at the block.
Oh, great
block by Simonis.
Ball's
loose. Shelby County football.
Marksbury getting up a little slow.
A little slow, yeah.
A flag on the field, just come in late. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Shelby County. The dead ball penalty, that's going to move it back. Still be Shelby County football. Right. Just going to slide them back 15 yards, be 1st and 10. We see the Spencer County defense coming back out on the field. looking at the stats right now, he's kind of talking about some of the turnovers, too. There's 4 turnovers by Shelby County, and I believe this hasn't updated yet. I think we have 3 ourselves for Spencer County. It's showing 2, but it takes usually a few minutes or a few seconds to update.
Hunter across the middle. Pass is complete. It's going to get up to about the 44-yard line.
Catch made.
Javon Hunter there making that catch.
First down.
That's Alicorn with the catch, John. I believe Hunter's at quarterback. I believe.
Oh, yeah, I believe you're right.
Quick pass out to the sideline.
Got a flag on the
field. We do have a
field.
flag come in.
We're going to have a hold.
North Laurel defeats Collins 42-28.
We do have a player down on the field. I can't tell if it's a Spencer County player or if it's a Shelby County Rocket. I think it's a Shelby County Rocket. Yeah, I see the white pants now.
I did call that North Laurel game.
Yeah, making a little reference back to our game day where picking the games, and Bo was kind of out on his own. Cam Cardwell and I pretty confident with Collins, and Bo, you proved us wrong on that one. North Laurel able to get that victory.
That's a team, they beat Johnson Central earlier in the year, and they lost their crosstown rival game to South Laurel by using what they was deemed an illegal player. He played 6 plays in the game toward the end of the game when North Laurel was up big.
Ineligible
and the
player.
Kid went to school at South Laurel and switched to North Laurel, and I guess they played him before he was eligible.
Yeah, and it was
did
self-reported.
It was
self-reported. To give credit to North Laurel in that situation, that when they realized what had happened, reported to KHSAA what had happened, played an ineligible player, had to take that loss as a forfeit. So,
that actually moved them. I think they would have been the 2 seed in that district, and it dropped them to the 4.
Yeah. Shelby County player getting to his feet. Still haven't seen a number. It's either a 76 or 78, Bo. I'm sorry, I can't see it. But he is walking off the field now. So with that penalty, I believe it was a holding call. It's going to move the ball back to about the 48-yard line of Spencer County. And it's going to leave us with I believe a second down, and well, they have not changed the down marker yet. The officials are still talking.
You remember 2 weeks ago, North Laurel came up and beat Henry County 21-10 the week before we played Henry.
See, if that's a holding and it was an accepted penalty, that should actually be from the spot of the foul. Move the ball back. It should be a first down again, I would believe. Should be a first and about 3 or 4. So they're going to move the down marker, be first down for Shelby County at the 48-yard line.
It's a first down and 3. That's one you don't see too often.
Not very often.
And off to Hunter. Tanner Schuler had him dead to rights in the backfield, John. Just got away. Tackle too high.
It's going to be enough for the first down, though. Going to move the change for Shelby County. Fire that clock back up. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the game. And Shelby County just in no hurry at all. It really surprises me, Bo, this second half of the game. I'm not going to say mismanaged by the coaching staff of Shelby County, but there's just been no sense of urgency to try to get back into this football game.
Another quick screen.
We're going to have another late hit. Now we got a shoving match going on the sidelines. Can't have that. Can't have that. Come on, boys. Cooler heads. something Spencer County needs to keep in mind. We're at a
got
point
to play
in the game.
next week.
Yeah. We can't afford any suspensions or anything like that. Shelby County's going to go home and turn in their equipment. You know, we're not. We need to have our players.
Franklin County is ahead of John Hardin 28-0 in the fourth quarter.
Officials are getting together to talk about this. I do believe we are going to have a little bit of an unnecessary roughness or a late hit out of bounds, something like that against Spencer County. I just don't know if there's going to be anything after that for any of the pushing and shoving. Dead ball, personal foul against Shelby County.
Did not see that one coming.
I didn't either.
It is a long way away over there.
It just makes you wonder if something happened late at the end of that play to cause that flag to go out, maybe some sort of retaliation, something going on the sidelines with one of the players. It's just so difficult for us to see from this distance. But, yeah, that's one of those. It's going to be a head-scratcher right there. Still, it's going to move the ball back, and this has been kind of a little bit of a ping-pong type of thing that we've been seeing with this football in the middle of the field now for Shelby County's possession. But that's going to be a first and looking like first and I don't know what they're doing. They're moving the sticks. They're going to call first and 10.
They moved the sticks back 5 yards. It was going to be first and 15.
Well, dead ball. It would have been a dead ball after he was tackled out of bounds, which he apparently got the first down going out of bounds.
4:53 left. And off to Hunter again, gets back to the line of scrimmage, about midfield.
One game on the carry, 2nd and 9.
Got that clock running again.
Franklin County just scored again, 34-0 with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So it looks like Franklin County will be coming here next week, John.
Yep. And we did get a chance to watch the Flyers a little bit against this Shelby County team.
Yep.
And definitely going to be a challenge for the Bears.
Quarterback rolls out to the right, that left, and pass is incomplete.
Nothing there. I mean, Ethan Hampton just in position, going with his receiver, all the receivers covered. It's a great job by the secondary. It's a secondary that, you know, we would generally look at as being a little bit depleted because Cam Cardwell's not on the field, but a secondary that's done a great job of the interceptions that they've had tonight. Yeah, there have been a few situations where there was a couple questionable calls and maybe, made a play on the ball rather than trying to make a play on the player and getting a tackle. But generally speaking, for not having Cam on the field, I'll take a performance like this from the secondary.
3rd and 10. Going long. That's going to be picked off. Oh, he dropped it. Gabe Bolin, that ball hit him in the numbers, John. Or the number.
That's not something you're going to typically see from Gabe. I mean, it more than likely just took his eyes off of it for a second right there at the end.
Could have got in the lights there.
Yeah.
That ball's coming from an angle where he's looking right at that light pole.
Still going to bring up a 4th down. And again, Shelby County looking like they're lining up to punt. If I'm Shelby County or a fan, I'm a little disappointed if they're punting here. I mean, this is it. If I'm a fan or a player of this team, I'm going to want Harris to lay it out on the line, do all you can to try to get a victory in this game.
Another good
roll. Good roll. Get to the end zone, and it did. Touchback. Just barely rolled across the goal line. Going to bring the ball out to the 20.
Bears will take over from their own 20-yard line.
But, you know, I just – Bo, if I'm coaching that team over there, I'm not giving it up like that.
After the game,
I'm not going to give up these fourth downs to punts and things like that. I mean, there is no fifth quarter in the game. I mean, this is it. 3:45 left to go in the game. I'm doing everything I can to try to stay in it and to have my team on the sidelines knowing that I'm doing that for them. But want to make sure just one more time here before the end of the game, let everybody know, stay with us. Coach Phillips mentioned earlier about the fact that we are going to have a trophy presentation for the district championship trophy to the Spencer County Bears. We will also have the Kelly Hubbock coaches post-game interview and the Brown Realty player of the game interview. So stick around with us. Stay with us afterwards. We'll get a few thoughts. Bo and I will be able to go over some stats with you, and we'll start getting ready for next week.
We are approaching 1,000 total yards tonight between these two teams.
Unreal.
And off goes to Marksburg. Gets across the 30 up to the 35-yard line. The whistle blow it dead. It's a gain of 15 for Kellen. That's going to put him over 300 for the night on the ground.
It's crazy the numbers that Kellen has.
And that's good for another.
I don't know, but I'd say either Logan or Tate holds that. Rourke out to the left. Marksbury goes in motion. We're going to get a false start on the Bears.
Just trying too quick to get a little bit of a jump there.
Jacob Biller checks in for the Bears.
1st and 15 from the Bears' 30-yard line.
Nelson County defeats Henry County 37-34.
Wow, what a game.
Kellen again goes in motion. Again. Handoff goes to Wade. He's going to get across the 40, still churning forward. We're going to get a flag come in late on that tackle. Wade's going to pick up about 13 yards.
Range of a face mask or something, potentially. With the back judge running up like that, making that call, it is a personal foul, face mask.
Face mask on the Rockets.
That's going to move the ball up. That's going to give Spencer County a first down.
After the penalty.
I'm sorry, it wasn't a personal foul. It's just a regular face mask penalty. It's a 5-yard penalty, but still going to give us the first down.
Ball on the Spencer County 48-yard line. 1st and 10. Handoff. Goes to Bolin. He's going to get across midfield to about the 49. Clock will continue to run.
Driven out of bounds, I think, by Estrada. They're going to call him down in the field of play. Slid out of bounds.
Carrying the Rockets 49-yard.
I don't care if they're right or they're wrong. I'm just glad that clock's running right now, Bo.
And 7.
I love Friday nights. I love Friday nights.
Minute 48 left to go. 2nd and 7 for the Bears. Kellen, another false start.
False start on the Bears. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, you get some of these different things like this. I don't know if Phillips was on the air or not. He was speaking in our ears where you talk about the timing issue. And we mentioned this earlier in the game, first possession that the Bears had with Stewart out there, and it's just different. You get a different cadence from a different
anybody's
quarterback.
fault.
No, it's just a different feel with a different quarterback taking the snaps, and it can cause, some uncertainty from the line and some jumps.
Yeah, probably could have got another one there. Handoff goes up the middle to Hutt. Going to get across midfield to about the Shelby County 49-yard line.
And I think we're at the spot where we can.
Third and about 8.
We can probably get away with just one more snap of the ball, I believe. It's really all we need. The clock's going to dip under 40 before this snap. So,
right here.
This is going to end up finishing the game right here.
Bolin takes the knee, and that's going to do it. Final score, Spencer County 56, Shelby County 28.
Your final score, the Bears 56, the Rockets 28.
A very, very tough, hot victory. Not the game we're used to standing up here watching, Bo. We're used to seeing something that's a little bit tighter on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, to score the 56 points, that doesn't surprise me. Spencer County's built to score those kind of points. The defense giving up 28 points. Also, the defense giving up, let me scroll up here. It's moving 403 total yards to the Shelby County Rockets, but only 95 on the ground. Those passing yards, 308 through the air, was something that definitely teams are going to notice. Franklin County's going to notice, and look for Franklin County Flyers to really try to attack our secondary next week, but something we're going to have to watch for. But at the end of the game, 584 total yards for Spencer County in this game, and to the 403 for Shelby County, and really just the way we were able to move the football down the field regularly, that's just what kept us in this game. And stay with us right now. As we mentioned before, we are going to have a trophy presentation for the district champion Spencer County Bears. Years past we've had, during the playoffs you play just your district opponents, and after the second round you crown your district champion. But in this case, this year, during the regular season, your district champion is crowned, which Spencer County was able to receive that honor, and now going to get an opportunity to receive for the second consecutive year the district championship trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field Spencer County High School Principal Michael Phillips as he presents the 2022 Class 4A District 3 Championship Trophy to your Spencer County Bears.
Jonathan Combs even making his way out there, hobbling a little bit.
Slowly but surely, he made it.
Yeah, turned that ankle, I'm sure, and it's going to be something he's going to have to spend a little time in some ice baths this week to try to settle down, maybe, hopefully be able to get that loosened up, ready to go, be able to play next Friday night. But happy to see Jonathan go out there with him. Again, we mentioned Jonathan earlier in the game. The senior, number 17 out there, has not played football in high school before. And to come out here the way he has as a senior, to perform the way he has, have some of the catches he has some of the blocks that he has, just unbelievable what he has meant to this team this year. So they get the picture right there.
Pictures all around.
Again, stay with us. I know Coach Marksberry's got to go down and talk to his guys, but we will have the Kelly Hubbock coaches interview, post-game coaches interview. We'll also have the Brown Realty Player of the Game. And, Bo, do you want to just spill the beans?
I mean, does anybody really need to? Kelly Marksberry tonight, absolutely unbelievable game. I don't know what his total yards was, but I do know he had 18 rushes for 316 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also caught 3 passes for 57 yards
373.
and two more touchdowns.
Yeah, 373 total yardage for Kellen Marksberry with 5 touchdowns. Unreal statistics for him. Great job by that young man. Well deserving of the Brown Realty Player of the Game. And, so many things that he did during this game was just so critical. And, we mentioned it earlier in the second half where Phillips had said, that's a coach's son there, where he's running the ball out of bounds. He's doing so many things smart. But, again, 316 yards on the ground, 57 through the air. That would be 373 total yards in this game, 5 total touchdowns. 373, 5 touchdowns. Unbelievable night. Stats that you don't see very often.
You don't. And it really overshadows the great running game by the rest of the Bears. Gabe Boland had 11 rushes for 116 yards. Wade Hutt, 14 for 105.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not something that was just the Kellen Marksberry show. You know, we looked at Shelby County with Gianni Hunter out there, and it really was the Gianni Hunter show when it come to rushing. 35 rushes for 95 yards for Shelby County. You know, kind of had the way we could spread the ball around. A total of 47 rushes, Bo, 527 total yards on the ground for the Bears. Unreal stat. You know, look for them to make some adjustments this week. You know, we got to tighten up a few things on defense, but you know, if we can get that defense locked back in the way they were earlier in this season, and we have that type of offensive output, look out, Flyers.
You know, we knew about Gianni Hunter coming into this game, how good of a running back he is. But let's give credit to the quarterback too. He'll on 16 of 32, 308 yards on the night for the Shelby County Rockets. So I want to give credit where credit's due there. Definitely a good job. 22 first downs for Shelby County, 21 for the Bears.
Well, and the other thing that Spencer County is going to want to clean up, 4 turnovers for Shelby County, but 3 for Spencer County. Not typical of the Bears to turn the ball over 3 times in a game.
Bears 5 of 7 on third down conversions, 0 for 1. For 14 penalties, 140 yards. I would venture to go back, other than the Valley game.
Yeah.
If you take that Valley game out of the equation.
Yep.
I mean, how many penalties have the Bears had all year?
Very few. But, yeah, we got very few penalties. But here we got, we're kind of watching down there, seeing Coach Marksberry start to come this way, Kellen starting to come this way. So we got the Kelly Hubbock coaches interview at Brown Realty Player of the Game, Kellen Marksberry. There they are. They're coming to the middle of the field now. We see you down there, Phillips. You got us?
Yeah, I do have you. Y'all got me?
Yes,
Loud
sir.
And clear. Kellen Marksberry, that's a game, man. I'm gonna go ahead and read you a few stats here. All right, 317 yards of rushing, and I think about 56 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns. That's a pretty good night.
Yeah, it is a pretty good night.
It's a pretty good night. So just tell me, man. Look, we kind of sit here and all of you, and I love watching you from the sidelines up close because, man, you can just your patience. That's just something you let your guys get out and do your work, and you let Chase Simonis got out in front of you a couple times and had some just fabulous blocks, but you kind of had the patience to allow that to develop.
Yep, and Chase does an amazing job. Without him, none of that would happen.
That's exactly right. But, all right, so it looks like we're going to – Franklin County's coming here next week, and I know y'all don't know anything about them. But, man, tell me, we're getting back in here Monday and start preparing on Monday?
Hey, we didn't play our best game tonight, but we got to fix some things over the week, stop the run, stop those passes, and we should win and be easy.
Good deal, man. Well, Kellen Marksberry, 375 basically total yards tonight. That was pretty impressive, man. A couple great catches. Good job, brother. We appreciate you. All right. We got Coach here, too. We go from one Marksberry to the other. Coach, I tell you all the time, thank God for his mother. That boy can play football.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good game. I mean, they had some funky alignments in there, and they were moving around, and they were confusing us, and we kept thinking the inside was going to be open, but they kept moving around, and it was confusing our offensive linemen, and they, honestly, and I know this is probably going to sound crazy, but I don't think we played very good on offense. I mean, we some of the stuff that they were giving us, we just didn't take advantage of it, and that's what's disappointing. We just got to be better at that, and then just really disappointed in the defense, the way we tackled and everything like that. We looked a little rusty, and we letting them throw over top of us and stuff like that. But it is what it is, and hey, we get to play another week, and we get to play here next week, so we're excited for that.
Yeah, it seemed like the penetration was really good, man, but we just seem to not be wrapping up. That kid is big. He's a hard runner, but I felt like it was there. We just struggled to get him to the ground.
Yeah, and I'm not taking anything away from the kid, but I mean, I'll just be real honest. We probably faced 5 or 6 backs better than him this year, And, it's just we just didn't have that edge, and, we would get there and we would slip off of them. And, it's times like you got a chance to make an interception, make the interception. You got a chance to tackle them 3 yards short of the sticks. You tackle them 3 yards. And, look, we usually do 2 days of tackling. We only did 1 day of tackling this week in the tackling circuit. So, you know what, we'll fix that next week, and hopefully it'll be better. But, we got banged up a little bit too. So, we got to get some of these guys healed up. And, it's late in the year, and it's good to have a bunch of weapons. Gabe looked really good. Jarrett settled down, and, it was a lot. And I kind of put him in a bad spot. I probably shouldn't have tried to throw that ball because they covered Kellen, then he panicked. But it's all that was all me more than him. So, but he basically he ran the offense and did what we needed him to do. And Gabe looked really good running the ball. So
yeah, Gabe Wade Hutt had 10 carries or 14 carries for 105 yards. Gabe had a good stat line. Defensively, gave up 300 yards passing as well, which I find shocking because we're so good on the backside.
We are, and it's just like some of them, they're running an out route, and we try to undercut the out route rather than just bat the ball down. We try to go for an interception, and then the guy makes a long run. And we're better than that, and that's what's, and especially the other thing, you have to be better when you're only rushing 3. And, we're rushing 3, and they're freaking completing passes, and that's what's disappointing. But we'll fix that. And it's just some simple thing. You just can't let people run by you. And then our screens over there, our DBs were a little bit off, and, we were trying to get them up. But, then you get a couple of completions on you. Then all of a sudden they start panicking a little bit. But, hey, it's a great night. The game day thing was awesome. It's awesome having KSR here. Hey, we got to win. We get to play. Hey, we beat a rival. Everything's good.
Right, we'll go on to play Franklin next week, so that's what we start getting ready for Sunday afternoon, right?
That's right. We'll probably start getting ready in the morning.
That's what I like to hear. All right, Coach, good win. I think he's a little bit frustrated to score 56 and double the team up. That's probably a pretty good problem to have. I do worry a little bit about, we had a couple guys banged up here that we're going to have to keep eyes on this week because Combs was really limping. Lawson was out. Don't know what that was. Just things we got. That's what you cannot have this time of year to continue to be successful. So, boys, I appreciate y'all's long afternoon, long week, and we will get back after it next week. Thank you all.
Sounds good, Mr. Phillips. We appreciate it. Yeah, I hate those dreaded words you hear coaches say, banged up.
Yeah, because you're never quite sure what that is. And, it's not that we need to know. It's not that I'm trying to be nosy or anything. But usually if it's something that's very minor, they tell you it's minor. And to not get, just the flat out, this is what's going on, that kind of usually lends you with something to worry about. But anyway, like Phillips, he couldn't have said it any better. Double up the team, double up a rival. To be able to get this victory tonight out here, it may not have been the prettiest victory we've had all year, but a W is a W, and we're moving on, and Shelby County's done.
Now, so there's a lot of people to thank for tonight. It's been a great day here at Spencer County High School with the game day, the big crowd here tonight. Awesome win tonight for the Spencer County Bears. So I'm not even going to begin to start thanking people, but I just really appreciate everybody that was involved today, made today possible. It's something that Charlie's going to be barking in my ears on this. So it's something we will try to do again. Hopefully next year, maybe pick out a game a year to do it.
Yeah.
And hopefully next time we'll do it when we got a little more help. But,
yeah.
But tonight seemed like the perfect time with the KSR picking the game of the week.
And thanks, Freddie Maggard, for being here.
Thank you, Freddie, for actually coming up and talking to us twice because
right.
I did get a text from Coach Marksbury early in the week that they said they would do no media stuff. So Freddie actually done the game day with us and come up here in the booth with us. So I appreciate him for that. But, John, we live to see another day, and that's what we talk about when it comes playoff time. You lose, your season's over.
That's
you
right.
win, you live to see another day. So these Bears will live to see another day. It'll be right here next Friday night, 7:30. Franklin County comes to town. And they've got a good running back, too, Caden Mormon, who had committed to Kentucky. I think now looking at Wisconsin, maybe for him to go there. But, they're coming here next week, and it'll be another challenge for Coach Marksbury and his defense.
It will. It's a team with some size, like you said, a team with the running ability, a team that can also throw the ball. So a lot of things to tune up this week, and hope these little bang-up issues aren't too big of a deal. And we'll go on and hopefully get another victory and fight another day.
Live to fight another day. So your final score here tonight, Spencer County 56, Shelby County 28. We'll see you next week on GHP Sports.